Heyo, what is up, my Zudes? It's ZUDECAST 84. It's another guest episode today. I think you'll notice that we switched it up again, too. We got our guests joining us here. We got XCVI and Free Willie of Young God Mob. What the fuck is up, y'all?
Nah, shit, man. Nah, shit.
Same old.
Hell yeah, guys. Dude, it's about time we finally collab, bro. It's been a minute, bro.
Some time.
Yeah.
Every goddamn show in Sac, this nigga's at.
Woo, yeah, dude. You guys are always fucking killing it. You guys have been putting out a ton of music and making podcasts and stuff, too, for quite some time now, huh?
Yeah. Podcast 2018, 2019, if I'm not mistaken, with Smoking with X, and then
The pandemic.
pandemic, honestly.
That started a lot of shit. Yeah, by the way, feel free. Don't be afraid to get like right up in
Get
that
right
mic.
up on it, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Be loud.
yeah,
It can
yeah.
handle it. We got the
It's all compressed and limited and all
Yeah,
that
we
good shit. So.
got the
Aight.
cloud lifter, so you could be like, "Ho!"
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to demonstrate.
Got the actual huge cloud lifter. I got one at the house, but it's like a little one.
Yeah. No, we're still paying that sucker off, but it changes the game for noise. I'm not gonna lie.
Gotta go hard. I understand.
Got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of course the usual. We got myself, Robert Ware at Robert Ware Music. Go ahead, hit me up on Instagram. We got the boy.
It's Adrian Grody, man. You already know me. And creator of the Cosmic Lore comics. I make rap music sometimes. I skateboard sometimes. You know, I'm just like mid at everything, but you know, it's chill.
Everything. I feel it.
And then we got on the boards, one and only.
Yo, what's up? This is Taba. My Instagram is Okumoja, OKUMOJA. I coach a little basketball. I'm also writing some comics and things of that nature as well.
Hoo-ah.
Hell yeah.
I actually just got hired to teach my old high school drum line too, so I'm very excited about that. But you know, I just be chilling, doing my thing, and always happy to be here doing the boards for the Zoos.
Hell yeah,
Much
man.
appreciated. And where can the people find you guys?
Oh yeah, on everything.
Everything. Group wise, Young God Mob
Yeah.
and 95.
95.
Mhm.
And then me personally, XCVI or die. You can hashtag that. All my stuff will pop up.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, Free Willie.
Oh, yeah.
FREEWILLIE.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't spell Willie, no. 95 on everything.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
All right, sweet. So,
Man.
so how long you guys been at it? You guys both make music. You guys have both been, you just saying about the podcast, too. How long you guys been at it?
I'm gonna let Will go first on that one. He's been going at the music shop longer than me.
I've been rapping since forever, really. Me and my little cousin, Don Dada,
Shouts
Oh,
out
yeah.
to
also
Dada.
in the group.
Yep.
Been rapping forever. Just neck and neck, just trying to keep up with that nigga because he's
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Just
I
came
gotta stay
straight
nice.
out and you were rapping
He's
like
so nice.
day
I had
one.
to be a producer on top of rapping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
Me, 2013, 2014.
yeah.
So it's been some time, yeah. But
Nice.
before that, I was doing poetry, like 8th grade, went to poetry slams at Davis and whatnot when they were doing that for the schools. I don't know if y'all ever remember going or hearing about that opportunity in middle school.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, that shit was pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie. This
I think
is very
I
inspiring.
was on the same field trip as you that one year.
Lit.
Yeah. But my middle school. But no, he's been in the studio forever.
That's where it all started, middle school, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so what is the origin story of the actual name, though? Like, what's the deal with that?
So at first, I went by Elemental, and it was spelt out so crazy. I had all types of different characters. Like, bro, it was ridiculous.
It's just hella hieroglyphics and shit.
Just like using
bro.
obscure fonts.
Yeah, exactly.
Wingdings.
2013, 2014, everybody was using those crazy ass fonts and shit. And I
Right,
was like,
yeah.
all right, let's try to fit in a sense.
As a side note, I don't trust those fonts anymore.
Nah, hell nah.
You
But-
see those fonts, I'm like, scammer alert, I'm sorry.
Nah, facts. So I was going by that for a while. I was making beats because I still necessarily wasn't rapping yet. But then when it came down to the rapping shit, this motherfucker right here was like, yeah, that elemental shit, not gonna cut it. It's too long. It's too long. You have to cut it. So I sat there and I was like, what am I? Like, what am I? And I really sat there and thought, and XCVI is Roman numerals for the people who don't know, for 96,
Okay.
year I was born. So yeah, I kind of took that into play, and for the simple fact that the type of hip hop that I like kind of came from that era too. So it kind of meshed as well, and then it kind of just molded with me, and we grew together.
Yeah.
Then I started getting different aliases like 96, Norms X, self-claimed Big Bad X type of shit.
Yep.
Brother X type shit, you know.
He's good at keeping with the names. I can't do that.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that Brother X.
Yeah,
that one's hard.
that's what I'm on my
Militant shit.
militant.
Hell yeah.
Shit, you feel me?
As far as like the names go, you've known me for how long? So like 100 names later.
Yeah, no, for real. Like we were just talking about this.
I'll
earlier.
probably have a lot more fans if I stayed with a name.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I've had songs go crazy, and then I would like change the name.
No, I feel personally I've been through so many name changes that it seems like everybody seems to fuck with the first one, just like right at the very
people
beginning
walk
where I
up on me,
started.
Eli June. I'm like, stop doing that.
Yeah, like
that's
it's
my
not
old
the
rap
same.
name. Like, stop. I don't know you.
That shit.
Quick shout out to Shyla and Big Homie in the chat. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Oh,
Appreciate you guys.
appreciate you.
Oh yeah, and the classic Stream Elements bot. Love you so much.
Oh yeah, man.
Okay, so
Brother Main X is another one too. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Main.
Yeah.
I just gotta point out I appreciate a good artist name that comes with a good handle. Like your Instagram handle's XCVI or die. I'm like just the little like roll off the tongue factor right there. I'm like that's great.
I'm not gonna lie, I just got put 2 and 2 together right now. How long have I followed? I followed you for like years now, and it's like, bro, I'm like, I just realized that's how that. You're okay. I'm like, I'm an XCVI already. You're okay.
No, that right
That's
there.
also
So
one
it's
thing
funny.
on marketing.
Yeah.
Good on that. Like, he used to have hella underscores. And
yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah, that
Underscores
can
like
get
a
tough.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with what you just said, when I was kind of big on going live with people, not even just music oriented, just live personalities in general. A lot of people would just read it like, "Oh, what's up, Ordy?" I'm like, "Oh no, we got this. We gonna have to correct that real fast. You can call me X, or just that. Yeah, just
Yeah. Well, again, X is so versatile, bro. That's what's
Yeah.
really cool about it too. It's
They
like,
were-
yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say something crazy, but like they slow. If you think it's Ordy, who the hell would say Ordy?
right.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the initial thought, and then it occurred to me as I was looking through the Instagram. I was like, okay, no, that makes more sense. I'm like, I don't know. It was the same thing with another artist we had where I
was
was
about to pick your
mispronouncing
baby
their
Toronto,
name,
I haven't gonna hold
so
you.
I didn't
That's-
understand the
that seemed
pun.
like some him shit. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I just didn't understand the pun of the name, and so I just kept saying it wrong. Just I don't know, but I figured it out. I got there. I
Oh,
made
you
the
was
trip.
one of them. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, I'm retarded before I'm smart. That's the thing.
I
Every
was
day
trying
I'm a little
I was
less
trying to
retarded.
avoid the word he said. It.
Oh, you good, bro? We have a certain song actually in the works that
Oh yeah. Yeah, a whole EP about the government's brainwashing, but it's all just like acid house type shit, like bass
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Goofy.
it's like a subliminal messaging themed EP, you know. So but it's all just really dumb messaging. You feel me? So it's just, anyways.
As long as there's a message behind it, you feel me?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
As long as you figure it out somewhere along the way.
Yeah, right.
So I'm curious, how do you guys describe yourselves in terms of your like a brand voice or artist voice? Like, do you rap as yourselves, as like a persona, or like through the perspective of other people? Like, how do you kind of source your perspective on your writing? Yeah.
So, me personally, I feel a different way, but from members of my group, apparently I rap like I'm from Gotham or some shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's just everything's always so serious and
No. It's just that when you rap, we feel like you be putting on a voice. Is what we say.
nah, it's nah. I don't. So look,
Yeah.
earlier I did do that because my voice was kind of like, but now it's my normal voice. Like how I'm talking right now is how I rap.
I feel it.
Mhm.
So
He pop smoked himself.
Just like it's like Bruce Wayne, like like when actors they talk about like how Bruce Wayne is a completely different character than Batman. So you like when you're out of the cowl, like you present yourself a certain way. But once you're like in that booth, like you got to put the cowl on, you got to put the cape on, and like.
Nah, that's facts, bro. It's like when that mic is in front. I guess it's because the mic's in front of me. Honestly, that this voice is on. I don't know, but it's just that it just turns on.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's I don't know.
Big homie says Batman X.
Batman.
Batman.
Nah, hey, so look, it used to be deeper though. Like, what's up? Like, I'm like, let's stop that.
You can
It's
tell.
straining my
Go
shit.
listen to a lot of our earlier stuff, like 9-5, 823, that mixtape from 9-5, the group, the first mixtape. If you can go find that, do it.
We'll do a deep dive. Hey, we could pull it up if we really.
That's crazy. But the way I describe my style is just like it's hard to explain. It's a whole bunch of shit.
Can I give a point?
No.
Like neo soul. You like a neo soul rapper, bro?
I'm not a neo soul. Don't do me. I'm not a neo soul rapper. I'm everything, really.
Yeah.
Melting pot.
A melting pot, but only you got to be wavy enough to be a part of this melting pot.
I got you.
Like I pull from Mac Dre, I pull from MF Doom.
There you go.
Those are two separate universes.
Right.
That's facts.
I listen to Andre 3000 and Kendrick. I'm not doing nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like, dropping a new album.
Oh yeah, and I'm dropping a new project.
No, I was talking about Andre, but you too, yeah.
No, he's not dropping a new project. I'm dropping a new project.
No, it did come out. Andre is coming out with a new
No, he's
album.
not. Killer Mike said that high as fuck on the radio.
Oh, so
That's literally where it came from.
Okay,
Just because he's homies with the guy, he was high as fuck. Was like, yeah, coming out with an album.
Hey,
anyway,
that
back
shit
to
he dropped on
the
that
album
shit,
I'm promoting. No, that's what he was. He was actually promoting an album, like me. I'm playing. Nah, I might be coming out with a project.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe one day. Well, that kind of actually answers like part of my,
this
part
summer.
2 of that question, which is there kind of like more or less a theme or recurring idea that you keep consistent throughout your music, or do you just kind of do whatever feels right in the moment? Like, which interests you more, I should say.
I'm gonna be real. I'm theme based right now. Like I'm in the Brother X shit right now. Like definitely a lot of loop based hip hop. I'm still producing my shit, like the turn up trap shit, whatever I usually do. But lyrically, I'm on the Brother X shit, and I want to start dropping more shit like that because it's easier for me to really shred some shit on some hip hop shit.
Yeah.
On some trap shit, people are distracted by the beat. I don't want you to sit there, oh, bro, the 808s you put on that shit was crazy. No, you didn't hear what I said, though.
Yeah.
I need you to hear what I said. I know the vocal mix was clear, so you can hear me, but you're not hearing me. So it's like, yeah, that's why I've been on the Brother X shit. But I do kind of, once again, listening to Will because I was just rapping. And then I started learning how to form music and actually structure shit. And then from there, it just like, I started doing themes like Vivel 7800. That was a whole lo-fi theme. Like, so that whole album that I did, lo-fi. And then
That song, was Reggie on that?
No, Reggie was on Lost X. And
Lost X.
that was a mix between like New York trap and just New York shit because I fucked with producers who upstate Washington, and then shouts out to Talaj Kami, and then shouts out to Rakim Ali for having production on that shit. They went crazy. So yeah, the theme shit. It's just themes, and I feel like that sticks better as an artist because people get to know you and they can get a idea of your talents of writing for specific themes.
Right, and it's like too like different, almost like different mixtapes are like a collective art piece as one like tape, you know, and so having the different voices in the different tapes, I think that's really cool to try to, because that puts you in a different state too of like where's your head at. Like I have we were just talking about, I have a mixtape that's been stuck in limbo forever, and then it's called Local Degenerate.
Oh shit.
And then I have another one though, and that's obviously some goofy shit, you know, but then I have another one called About Time, and it's about like life, you know, it's about like some kind of real more life shit. It's a lot more like hip hop inspired stuff, more West Coast stuff, but with very sentimental kind of lyricism to it. So having those different states you get into is it's really cool. It brings it out as an artist and stuff.
Yeah, especially people know what you're gonna get into when you got a title like Local Degenerate. They know you're finna be on your
Exactly.
What about you though, Will?
My overall project is right now is like
Theme based.
I go on overall vibes and also overall genres. Like I try to stick. What I'm doing right now is disco. Not even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Hey,
You bet.
okay.
Hey, and I told him too, because I've been loving this shit. I don't even like disco music, but this motherfucker whole disco album though. Like,
Let's go, dude.
He literally just produced a whole disco album. That shit really go crazy. Like, no bullshit.
That's pretty incredible. I can't lie.
And, and overall, like the way I produced this is it's a whole different vibe. It's like I don't know how to play instruments, so obviously you're getting it from a hip hop producer's perspective. Like, but specifically like picking apart how they arrange their drums and things of that nature. Did that. Found sections and everything like that. Did that. Making songs that aren't disco songs into disco is crazy. So pretty much did that.
I got some questions for you on that though.
Yeah.
Because like
Take
similar,
time.
like what you describing, it kind of reminds me of like how Drake just came out and just made like a house album, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And so like, what was like the influences? Like, how did you study like disco in order for you to be able to like compose a whole piece of music, like like arrangement of music like that? You know what I'm saying?
How
That's
did
a banger.
I study? All right, so
I know how. I was gonna say some fucked up shit.
you were about to say some fucked up. No, it's a really sad reason. You're laughing hella hard. It's a really sad reason. All right, so my grandma passes, right?
Man.
Not because of that.
Not because of that,
Make
but,
sure
like,
it's-
but I know the other reason. My grandma passes, and then like there's this song that my dad used to play that he used to get bullied for when he was a kid, named "Ring My Bell."
Oh right, I love that
classic.
song.
You can ring my
Right,
bell.
that's hard.
So I'm like, I just basically like broke that song apart and just like, cause like my grandma's name is Maddie Bell.
Okay.
So like they used to make fun of him in high school, but like not high school, but like when he was a kid and went to school and shit. And I broke that song apart and basically like got all like from that I just went on listening to a whole bunch of disco records, but specifically I took that fucking boom.
Right.
Oh yeah,
That sound.
Like a motherfucker. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I took that sound and it's throughout the whole entire project, in multiple sections, different. Yeah, it go crazy though. It works out.
yeah.
But I just expected. But, oh yeah.
What was you? I think I know what you're talking about. What was you laughing at?
Oh nah, yeah, because this boy he has a very without giving his crate stash, he has a very specific sample choice
Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
I pay attention to. And
you want me to say it?
No, don't.
Oh, that's
Okay, go ahead.
all right. So
Yeah,
they say I'd be like, they'd be like, all the producer homies like, all right, so we're in the collective. There's like a group of producers, right, and there's like 6 of us, and like all the homies be like, man, you really like sampling white girls, and I'm like, it's not all white girls. It's that like some of these white girls make really soulful music.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, they
It's
get
valid.
down sometimes.
It's valid. It's valid.
Don't take
And
away
also
from the
sometimes
facts
it's
that-
not too soulful, but when I flip it,
It's
it
soulful.
turns soulful.
Yeah,
Right.
without a doubt, you do your thug thistle.
When I flip
Yeah,
it,
man.
it becomes soulful.
Because
So
you
I'm
put
like,
your own little,
Yeah.
flavor on it.
Yeah, I
You know,
put
your
my flavor
understanding
in
of
it,
it.
you
You
feel
know,
me?
just like that's what it is.
That's one thing I will say. Like, I always give myself ups for my production, but when it comes to sampling, I give it to that boy Will. Like,
It's a whole art in itself, you know, to be
Yeah.
able to flip it, make it your own,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
pick out these different things. So that's sick.
like,
I
it's-
wouldn't be able to do it with what came before. You got the MF Doom right there. You got
Yeah.
Dilla right there.
Oh, yep,
up
yep,
on the
yep,
wall.
yep.
Which,
Facts.
shockingly enough, I have like never really been a sample-based producer, to be honest. I'm
Me
like,
either.
I'm
I
kind of
never
sound
was.
design heavy, to be honest. I don't
I
know.
never was. I did it literally out of spite.
Thing about
to
this
him.
project.
That's the only- no, he knows that too. Like that's the only reason why I started sampling out of spite, because we all in the group, we talk shit to each other to make each other better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like at start, you know, I'm sitting there playing keys because at the time I was like, all right, I went to school for music theory. I know how to write music. I know how to play piano.
Right.
Let's put this to use. Was not really going for me that much at first when it came to making the beats, and then you know this motherfucker shitting out beats hella fast. I'm like, fuck. You know what? And then this boy over here talking shit. Oh yeah, that'd be cool if he was a techno rapper, some shit like that. Not necessarily word for word, but I had a lot of like 80s like retro upbeat shit at first. Like with a lot of my early beats, dude, I got like 2,000 beats that aren't even released, nobody's ever heard type shit.
I can't even imagine making that much music.
Oh yeah, it happens, bro. When you just
Gotta
you
put
get
those
in the mode.
10,000 hours in, you know.
Yeah, nah, for real. And that I just heard that quote. Like my first
yeah.
time was last week. Somebody said I forgot how exactly it went, but it's like it's that 10,000 hours you put in to actually like reach perfection or some shit
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
But
what's up.
nah, yeah. Will, he had made a comment. He was like something about sampling. He's like, oh yeah, you should try that sampling shit because this piano shit ain't really working for you. You know, we being homies, and I'm like, all right, bitch, whatever. Then came back with some shit. He's like, all right, now I got to step my shit up because we're always like leveling up on each other, and that's what I love about our group because it's like we can admit, and the way we admit is by talking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When somebody's
No lie.
like, when somebody drops some heat, we're like, oh yeah, that shit kind of slapped.
The only reason
Just
why
hella backhanded.
Right.
the only reason why the drums on my last project are so good is because like I had to follow Sounds from the West Side.
Oh yeah, dude. I just listened to that this morning. That shit was
Yeah.
killer, bro.
And that specific project, shouts out to Uncle Pill for that, because he literally made that happen in a sense, because I was chilling in my fucking my room producing shit, and then he tapped in with me. He's like, hey bro, we gonna work today. Didn't know he had Chewy with him. And then they came through, and that's how me and him actually got tapped in with each other. And then from then we just been working and shit. But fucking yeah, that's how Sounds from the West Side came. His cousin Dada that he brought up earlier.
Yeah,
Me and him, we were working because
I'm hella hot. I was at work.
yeah, he's anytime that his cousin wanted to record, Will's at work because it was always early in the day.
Man.
So it's like I was available early, so he'd come through, we'd get some shit done, and like pretty much I've made like 2.5, 3 albums with his cousin just for the simple fact that he would always come over and record. But that day specifically, he was already supposed to come over, so he was already on the way, not expecting to, you know, start Sounds from the West Side with
No
fucking
lie,
Chewy.
we got a lot done in that time frame. Cause like after I would go home from work, you and Beatum would come over,
Yeah,
and we'll like record a podcast and work on what ended up becoming Young God Mob Volume 1,
yep,
and also what ended up becoming Being Vulnerable is Dangerous.
yep.
Yeah.
A lot of hey, that being vulnerable is dangerous, bro.
I was listening to that too earlier
That
too.
shit-
Yeah, I listened to
Yeah,
those.
that sounds
those
like
two.
a dope like project title. For real.
Nah, and that's what I
Shit's
mean
hard.
by if we had to really pick apart like group members who go along with the theme, like the question you asked earlier, he got that shit in the bag because every project he drops is theme based. There's
Last
always
project
a
was
theme.
60 psychedelic fucking bass.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
There's always a theme. You know what
But-
you're getting, like what you the
Local
yeah,
degenerate.
local degenerate, yeah. So it's like you know what you're getting. So it's like I'm still figuring that out. That's why my album titles are kind of like they're there, but it's like, oh, he got you right there
I got
on
you.
the spot.
Happens, you know.
back anyway.
It's like they're there, but it's like
It-
you kind of get it once you listen.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Sounds
Yeah.
from the West Side, all Western samples, and except for La Familia, I made that sound. I'm a snitch on myself. I never give out my samples. That was
Don't do that.
That was a Bollywood song, and I made
Dude.
it sound like a fucking Spanish song,
Yeah.
and that was from sampling
Oh, that's
because
crazy.
of this motherfucker said, you know, I don't know how to sample. Bet.
Dude, the
and
ball.
he made me better.
The Bollywood stuff can really go crazy, bro. On the sound design they got going on with like all the different drums and kind of like string instruments they got going on over there. Really cool stuff. My mom was into like belly dancing, like and like that stuff like growing up, and I was interested in it because there was a lot of drumming going on, and I was learning how to play drums at the time, and shit still blows my mind to this day. You know, some of the stuff you could do with like Middle Eastern or sounding stuff.
Yo. Have you ever watched that show, Rami?
Yep, I sample shit from there too.
I was about to do
I did not watch. I like that show a lot. That was a good one.
On Young God Mob Volume 1.
Mosh Pit.
What was it?
Mosh Pit.
Yeah, Mosh Pit. That song is from the show Remy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Did you sample like the soundtrack or?
Yeah, and La Familia too. Hold on.
I'll snitch even harder.
Yeah.
Motherfucking the episode that had me and Khalifa on it, because I remember we was like watching it. It was like, we're like, oh, that was a good episode. And motherfucking then it shit ends, goes to credits, and then the song starts playing, and you're like, that's hard.
Yeah, bro. At the same time, we was like, oh yeah, who's gonna do it first? I literally went home that night and just.
No, you went upstairs.
Oh no, you're right. I went directly upstairs, like right after we watched.
Oh yeah.
Put it up instantly.
No time to wait. That segues, I think, pretty well into the next question. I mean, you guys are like feedbacking off each other all the time, clearly, but is there anybody else where you like heard their music and you're like, shit, I need to step my game up?
Yeah, his cousin Don Dada, like you said.
Oh yeah.
Like both of us.
We already bigged up Don Dada, so we're gonna say beat him.
Beat him too, yeah. But I want to
step
back.
That's the third nigga that we're missing.
Nah, for real. But I want to step
really
back to that
3.
because me and him, I know we both agree that even though we know we're fire as fuck as rapping, that his cousin is the best rapper in the group.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get enough light. Like Don Dada really be fucking spitting, bro. He like, and it's crazy. I know he gets some inspiration from his cousins in like Isaiah Rashad type shit. Like I know that's what he listens to, but it's like, bro, he delivers on those beats, but not like Isaiah. He delivers like a fucking monster, bro, on some smooth shit. Like, I kind of talked about in a sense, I was talking to my girl the other day. I was like, I want to make rap sexy type shit on some Rock Marciano shit.
Yeah.
Because that nigga be like, I'll make murder sexy. I'm like, that's clever as fuck. And his cousin, but he be doing some smooth shit that could come off like, all right, I'll fuck with that. That was smooth as fuck, bro. But what bars though? Like on some like modern day bars, not no too lyrical like hip hop shit, like not no Wu-Tang like lyrical setup. It's like on some new age lyrical setup, but it's still bar the fuck out, triple entendres type shit.
Yeah, no, like there's an underlying current of like I started off rapping good, and then he caught up hella fast. But there's one underlying element that we're not saying. His little brother.
Oh yeah, he washed all of us, bro. And this is what I love about all of us. Like we can admit when somebody's better. Yeah. Regardless of the age rank, regardless of the rank in the group, regardless of how long who's been working on music, bro, we can literally admit when someone is more talented than the other, bro, because what the fuck you finna just sit there and do if the nigga outbar you right then and there, you still, I got better bars. You spit some shit that don't match up to that. What the fuck you finna do?
Yeah, man.
What you finna do then?
It's like a duel. You're like, I yield, like.
Just like I got
always got to give flowers where they are, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
We got a couple more chats here. I think they're talking about you got a gospel album and an 80s deal in the works. They're throwing you under the bus in the chat, man.
Bro, I love the 80s shit, though, honestly, bro. Like the old school hip hop. Dude, that's my shit, bro. I'm like I said, my family's from East LA, so from the 90s.
Shout out to Godfrey. That's his beat selection.
Dude. I just want to say, too, shout out, everybody you're talking about. I followed them all for a minute. Godfrey, Don Dada. You guys are all awesome, too. How did Young God Mob kind of come around, too? Like, what was the formation like?
So, if I could keep it real with you, I will. I think you feel the same way as me. Young God Mob came along because 9-5 necessarily wasn't as, as productive as it needed to be. So we knew a lot of other rappers, but we weren't trying to add more people into 9-5. So we kind of like, all right, let's make this collective type deal. to where, excuse me,
Oh, good.
we still have these other rappers, and that's another thing too that we have to let people know. Young Gun Mob is a collective. It's not necessarily a rap group.
It operates as a rap group when we can.
Yeah, when we can.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Young Gun
When it
Mob
works.
is a collective.
Yeah.
Because we have Sweet A, we have technically, is Sugar Supply part of under that wing, because you still have people in the group that are in Sugar Supply.
Like Sugar Supply is like a weird underlying because like everybody in Sugar Supply existed in some form or fashion inside the group.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
But
saying.
like most of the people in Sugar Supply are not in the group anymore.
True. So yeah, you got Sweet A, 9-5,
But yeah, I count it. Fuck it.
and Sugar Supply. So that's 3 separate groups in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we kind of like we verged off for a second, but
Yeah.
we still miracle like by the grace of God, we still be making albums and shit, and
No lie, the group fell in as a group in the most laziest way ever.
yeah, it's honestly it did,
Yeah.
because
Like,
it's
nigga,
like
we
it
have-
started clothing shit, honestly, because Godfrey wanted to do some clothing shit, and it was like he came
Not
up
even
with
that.
kinda
I'm talking
the-
about Young God Mob. Young God Mob was formed off of like a house show that
That's
the
true.
homie miraculously got like Chewy the format.
Shouts out to
Out
that
of
nigga Chewy
nowhere.
again.
Shouts out to Julie, yeah.
Shouts out to Chewy, and it was like everybody that was on the set list ended up being a Young God Mob.
Honestly.
Oh yeah. That's sick though, man. You got to pull your efforts. Again, we talk about, there's that saying, it's like the rising tide lifts all ships. So that's what's up though. How like the collective stuff you got going on. You said that was like 2018, 19ish.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
sick.
that sounds about right. 2018, 2019, and we started with 9-5 in like 2015.
Oh yep.
I don't know if we want to bring up the rap group before
No.
that. Yeah. We had another rap group that was 2013, 2014 that we don't really
Believe me, we got lots of music
but
projects. we
yeah,
don't talk
shouts
about.
out to the people though that were in that group that are still doing a thing, like Off-White Manny, you feel me? I mean, just Off-White.
Shouts
But-
out to him.
But yeah, Manny, that boy going crazy right now.
Hell yeah.
Well, that answers my next question in advance about being, what's your most memorable show. So I'm like, if that's the one that formed it, then. But I mean, if you got another one,
That's not it.
So look, for me personally, my most memorable show is we opened for Alex, right?
That's Trippie Red's ex. I know you don't know
okay.
who that is. But like,
No, I know who Trippie Red is, but I don't know about his ex. But
yeah, you don't know the.
So
yeah.
we
The-
opened
the
for
little
her,
yeah.
right? And there's a whole bunch of shit going on.
Yeah.
The homie's girlfriend at the time was with her posse, like the people
Being
she
a
was rolling
groupie
with for
backstage?
backup. Yeah, type shit. And we go on stage, we do our Thug Thizzle, and we fucking kill it. Everybody, we were at what's
Holy
that?
Diver.
Yeah, Holy Diver. There you go. How do I always forget the name of that spot? Yeah, and it was
Because
packed
they
out
had us
fucking
fucked
show.
up. Not even gonna hold you.
Yeah,
Fuck
off
them.
tops,
Like,
But
Uh,
so
excuse my language.
you
Oh,
good.
you're good.
Alex gets on stage, right? She's doing her Thug Thizzle, performing, and I'm noticing, like, all right, she keeps looking my way. This shit's a little
I'm standing right
little-
next to this
little
nigga at this time,
uncomfortable.
though.
I started I'm like, hey, bro, I'm talking to everyone. I'm like, am I tripping or does she keep looking over here?
I'll pick it up from right here.
Oh,
All right, so like she's looking at this nigga, and I'm like, I'm watching the performance. She's barely performing because she's not a rapper. She's barely performing because, like, again, she's not a rapper. So she parts the crowd, right? Just
Literally
like,
telling everybody move the fuck out the way.
and they move. Like, and she gets off stage. It was like, where's this bitch going? Like, where's this bitch going? She gets off stage, walks all the way right here to this nigga. It's like, what's your name? He's like, huh? What's your name? Huh? What?
Security
comes
guard
up.
starts pushing me the fuck back, bro.
Yeah.
I was like,
She came over here. What the?
I might have blew like a big chance. Like, besides the shit that I got going on now, because I'm happy.
Nah.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Shit played out the way it did.
That would have
because
went left. You know,
Oh yeah, off top.
based on the situation that happened after.
On top, on
Yeah,
top
so
of
the
that.
homie
But
girl, so he started tripping with her, and then we go outside, and then like the homie's about to go fight
her posse.
her posse. So like
Literally.
we're following, like we're like,
Gotta have the
all right,
homies back.
fuck it, we're
Yeah.
homies
It's
back.
going down.
Because it's like the long fucking story. Don't even want to put his
Don't
business
even
out
wanna
there
do
like
that.
But yeah, that's probably the most memorable show, bro. It's just like we did our Thug Thizzle crowd, was feeling us. I'm chilling, doing my thing, and then fucking Alex just walks up to me, trying to get to know me, and my high ass, huh?
Dude.
The second one, I'm like, realizing, oh shit, she's trying to get at me.
You're like, what the fuck is happening?
Security's pushing me the fuck back, and she's still walking towards me after security's pushing me back. And it was just like,
You're like, stop coming towards me.
right, come on, bro, like, right.
Sheesh.
like she
That's
wanted me.
fucking-
God damn it.
That's hella
Yeah, but-
funny.
And then after that, so we're in the back about to fade these niggas, and then calm the situation down, and then we like just sit in front of the venue getting drunk because it's also one of these niggas' birthdays.
It was my best friend's birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Shouts out to her.
Sounds
Dude.
like a dope show.
That's hella
Hell yeah.
fucking funny, bro. That's
Hell
sick,
yeah.
though. That's
That was 2019.
2019.
Fuck.
Where the shit hit the fan.
Shoot.
Yeah.
So
it was in the air. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
Like,
That was the
just
most
crazy.
lit.
It was in the air.
But that wasn't the most violent. I'm not getting into it though.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, for sure. Nah, and the cool thing about that show, too, is the ex that I spite so much was there, and she seen that, and she left after she seen that. I was like, yes.
Yeah, that's always
Yes.
nice. That's always
Look at me now.
Right.
Look
For
at me
real.
now.
Hey, don't shit on her fully. She bought a ticket.
Right. She did. She did.
oh shit.
Like, why are you here? But like, thank you.
The customer's never wrong, as they say. I mean,
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be right back, y'all. I'm gonna take a tinkle, but
Go ahead,
For sure.
go ahead, man.
So I think I'm gonna take a bit of a left turn into production engineering out of
Let's
the
get
rap
to it.
space here, if you guys don't mind too much. I know we
Let's
kind
get to
of
it.
touched on a bit earlier, but yeah, where was the initial point where you guys dived in and said like I'm doing this, like production is gonna become a thing that I'm good at. Yeah.
We went over to homie Cameron's.
That,
Beat him.
that, and for the simple fact that, like I said, like I started off producing like poetry and producing before I even got into rapping. So it's like I want to start producing shit for the group because we can't keep going on YouTube, snagging these beats, can't keep reaching out, paying for these beats,
Yeah.
and then we're
Or
not
just
necessarily
outright paying for them.
yeah, and not necessarily seeing profit for paying for the beat. So
No.
it's like, and then also not only that, making your own sound because everybody was following the Atlanta trend, everybody was following the typical the SoundCloud trap sound, the bubblegum trap, and
Yeah.
it was like, and that was all the beats that was out. So it's just like, ugh.
Interestingly enough, I had just moved to Atlanta when that stuff started becoming popular.
That's
Oh,
fire.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna be a DJ, and I was like, "This is the wrong scene for me to be in."
Nah, shit, bro. Hey, no,
But-
honestly, I feel like it I'm pretty sure it worked out cool for you because like the homie Alec, he's a producer. Shouts out to him too. Went out to Atlanta, worked, fucking got a major placement. Don't want to put his business out there like that, but it's just already released and everything. But we're talking about us right now.
Yeah.
Fucking, but he went out there and did his thing, and I was just like, see, this is what we got to be on. Like, and I'm happy and I'm fortunate enough to have these type of people who are put in these positions due to the grind that they've installed, and they fuck with us. They see us as family, and it's like that just inspires me to put that same grind on. So it's like ooh, man.
That's a tough thing to find. Is just that solid ass group of people where everybody can feed back off each other and get better. And it sucks that a lot of people don't have that. But
Nah, that shit is toxic.
it can
Nah.
be, dog. I'm not gonna lie, but
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It gets a little frustrating. Like, no, not slighting anybody. It gets a little frustrating though when you literally worked on music with motherfuckers, perform with motherfuckers, and they're on concerts in the park, and then nobody in your group is selected for that shit.
Right.
And it's like, bro, we've literally worked with these motherfuckers, did shows with these motherfuckers, turned up a whole fucking. Come on now. That's where it starts to like. But then
It's our name.
Yeah, it probably is our name, but I try to shy away from that negative thought, and like I'm fortunate enough to have these people in my life and to have worked and know these people.
yeah.
Yeah. Still YGM
I did.
though.
I did
Oh,
have a
God.
question, if you don't mind me asking.
Go for it.
So I know you spoke earlier about like your cousin, kind of like kind of part of like motivated you to get into it, and like I'm sure he inspired you in some ways, right?
Yeah, no, we inspired each other.
My question was though, like, as rappers and producers, right?
Yeah.
Who were your like biggest rap, both you guys' biggest rap influences? Whether people you know personally or like people that you listen to, and then also producers, same thing. People you know personally, people that you listen to that you were inspired by.
Rap wise, it always changes. For a while, I was inspired by Lord Apex, Nicholas F. Just basic OG rappers in the hip hop game type shit. Production wise, though, I would definitely have to give it to our homie Beat 'em.
Yeah.
He definitely does inspire me because he makes the most, like, I'm not even trying to disrespect
It
him.
shouldn't
Like,
work.
we try to kick this nigga off our computer sometimes. Because, what the fuck are you doing? But then when he's done,
Yeah.
when he's actually done and we don't interrupt him, the shit turns out fire every time.
He's like, just trust the process.
But also,
Hit with the
Jay Dilla, Mad Libs, fucking, who else? Alchemist.
Alchemist Goat.
Honestly, West Side Gun. A lot of people don't know he produces. He actually just produced a whole album for SD-NAC. And that shit was it's like Naxaw. He was based an album off a rapper. And West Side Gun produced the whole album. That shit is fucking fire. So it's like that shit. And a lot of people who got big off of Instagram, Conductor, fucking
Williams, Conductor Williams.
yeah, Conductor Williams, yep.
Yep.
Motherfucking Grim Doza. Shouts out to him. I did some shit with him too earlier in my rapper shit.
You bringing up all the Griselda producers.
Grim Doza hasn't made no.
I know he
record
didn't do
with
no.
Zelda.
But you-
And then the V Don.
lineage.
I'm inspired like a lot of East Coast producers, bro.
Oh yeah.
I feel it, yeah.
No, I do love that Griselda sound though. Like,
Me too.
It's just like so like catchy and just like
Yeah.
it just gets me in that mood.
Hell yeah.
I would say, well, MF Doom,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Andre 3000,
Yep.
Kanye,
Kanye for surely.
Andre. Well, a different Andre, Mac Dre,
Yep.
Dilla. Really, you got it right there.
Yes,
I
indeed.
keep on looking
Donuts,
back
classic.
at that. I'm like,
Like a lot of people don't understand how talented Dilla was with no music theory installed in his head. This motherfucker literally chopped every drum sound, and whatever loop sound was behind that, or whatever sound was
just
behind
ignored
that,
it.
just ignored it, bro. And he would make the melodies just from playing the drums.
Yeah.
That shit, you don't understand how hard that was and how crazy and how much time consuming that takes, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that shit is fucking crazy.
I think in terms of sampling, Jay Dilla's honestly like on the same level as like Daft Punk and shit, even too, because
Yeah.
Surpassed.
Surpass for the simple fact that
He's
Daft
by
Punk
himself. There's two of them.
Hey,
That's
facts,
true.
Facts.
for the simple fact that Daft Punk knows music theory.
yeah, they are really compositional with their
Yeah,
stuff too.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dilla
Music
had
theory
no
figured
music
out,
theory
yeah.
You don't
in
make
his
get happy
pocket.
with no music. You don't make get happy with no music theory.
Get lucky.
Get lucky.
Oh, whatever.
yeah.
Same difference.
Oh, 'cause it's
They
both
both got
it's,
Pharrell.
it's both Pharrell. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, bro, did y'all? I don't know if you guys know who fucking Israeli Fight is, but he made the shit Nigga Turtles, and then they brought that shit up. He was like, "Hey, did y'all see Pharrell crying on Ellen? That shit had me die."
Oh my God.
That shit was funny as fuck.
Oh my god.
That's all funny.
Shoot. Okay, next question. What's your DAW of choice? What are you guys producing in?
Tell him, let him know.
Yeah, FL.
FL.
FL Studios.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. FL. I started
Yeah,
with
we from the hood.
Mixcraft. Though.
That's what that means.
I've used Audacity. I've used Beatmaker for Apple. I've used Mixcraft. And that's what I was using for my podcast for a while. Mixcraft.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, but Mixcraft, I'm not gonna lie, they got plugins like a motherfucker, but the shit is just so.
The shit is ass. There is no like.
You can't add like if you bought like plugins like synthesizers, you cannot use them on Mixcraft.
It
to
doesn't
my
have-
knowledge. To my knowledge.
It doesn't have any third-party plugin.
Yeah, no third-party plugins. You have to just buy all of them. And you know what's crazy? They have a lot of synthesizers. They have like thousands and thousands of synthesizers. But when it comes to the drums, all that shit is dookie.
doo-doo.
Damn.
Man, that's crazy to me.
Basura.
Is having a million synthesizers, and I'm like, if you watch any sound design tutorial on YouTube, they're using Serum probably.
Yeah,
Yep,
Serum.
X for
You can
Serum.
just make
It's
anything
literally
with
what it is.
Serum.
I'm
That's
like,
what it is.
that's like 99% of every sound design tutorial. I'm like, bro.
It's Serum or fucking not Optimus.
Vital?
Is Vital or Optimus? I think it might be one of them. But then you got everybody who goes to fucking Splice.
Oh yeah.
I no slight to anybody who uses Splice, but I cannot do that shit.
Fucking hate
I
Splice.
hate Splice.
Not cool.
If you use Splice, I hate you too.
Like,
Bro, it's fast.
Stop doing. Hold up.
Stop with the Splice.
Hold up.
Stop
Where
with
the camera at?
It's
right here.
Right there.
Stop
with
doing
Splice,
that shit.
For real.
Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit.
Stop.
You know who you are. Stop doing that shit.
Get you a $10 Google Drive plan.
This is
Thank
specific-
you.
This
Fucking
is,
Christ.
this is specific to one person. Stop,
Sample hunt.
Stop doing that shit.
Go crate hunting.
Man.
Sample. Go hunt for your samples, bro. Go fucking adventure out. Stop
Man.
just depending on Splice to fucking deliver.
You depend
Because
on the internet, dickhead.
the only people I expect to use Splice are fucking NAMI nominated producers.
Yeah,
who
yeah,
have
yeah.
already
Nigga.
been through the whole. You only have 8 fucking channels to work with.
Yeah,
Right.
them niggas,
And
them
you
niggas
have
trying
to
not to
play
get
that shit.
sued. You ain't got no money, nigga. Use them samples.
Nah, for real.
Bro, that's why
Facts.
I started unfollowing some of these like music producer YouTubers like Decap, for example.
All Splice based.
No hate to Decap, but I'm like, man, your sample pack got like 500,000
yeah.
downloads. I'm like, bro, every fucking
Yeah,
music
stop trying to
producer,
sell me samples.
like, bro,
Your ears suck.
like, just do your own drum production. You know, you'll feel better about it. I feel like in the long
Yeah.
run, you know what I mean?
You actually learn how to produce. You learn how to chop.
Yeah.
And even if you're not chopping samples, if you're just, putting them in the piano roll and playing your shit out on your keyboard or plugging it in by fucking clicking in or actually on your computer keyboard, learn. Don't sit there and take the easy way out every time because it's like, oh, you see everybody getting fucking rich hella fast off their first fucking drop. Like, that is a fairy tale. Not everybody is going to get popular, or notified off their first song. Even if you have all these, people supporting you. It's not going to really work like that.
It's really hard to, I mean, unless you're working with a team that is professionally set up to create like
that's the
brand identities.
That is the
It's-
only way.
But usually that costs, a significant
Man.
amount of money, right?
Drug money.
And that is totally irrespective to whether or not the artist actually has
You
talent
know, a
or
gang
makes
of people
good
that
music.
got on with that. No, I'm playing. Shouts out to them.
But yeah, no, I think drum selection is super important, man, and it's if you're just using like the decap drums that knock on every song, man, you're doing yourself a disservice at the end of the day, like. But okay, rare question. Before you go there, are you guys old enough to remember like the Vengeance sample packs that were just like dozens and dozens of the shittiest samples, and like in 2012,
so.
like
Reddit diving, I've came across that.
Yeah.
But when the time that it came out, no, I wasn't producing at the time.
okay, I feel
I was
ya.
still on my poetry tip, 2012.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was the bane of every EDM producer's existence after like 2014. They're like, stop using Vengeance, but I couldn't afford samples.
Oh,
so
You might need to just go back. The songs are outdated now. You might need to just go back and do it again.
right, like it'll be
Because,
like a
like,
nostalgia trip
yeah.
or something.
So I did
And
want
probably
to ask.
like you can run it through a new program. Freak it. You feel me?
Yeah.
do
Gotta
little
update the
tweaks
shit.
Yeah.
I did want to ask a question to the sound engineer because you brought up you're teaching drumline now, so you are a drummer.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
As
it's
fuck,
crazy, bro. Cause like before, like I was like I have two loves in my life: basketball and music, right? And like before I graduated, like my whole plan was to go to school, be a music major, become a producer.
Right.
And then like I just that basketball bug bit me, and I just like, man, I'm about to just be a basketball guy. You know what I'm saying? But like in an alternate universe, I'm a producer doing some big shit right now.
So
you know what I'm saying?
do you catch yourself like selling like your drum loops and shit, or do you just I guess that's not a. Do you record yourself playing drums?
I used to. I don't anymore.
So
Now
you trying
it's
to come
like,
and play drums for an hour?
hey, I'm with it,
on some real shit, bro.
Sounds done, yeah.
Bro, because like I said, when it comes to the sampling shit, bro, if you really fuck around with him, bro,
yeah.
That's real shit.
No, I feel it. Like, I love music, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I'm trying to get back into it. But, like, I feel like, even, like, with hoop, like, I played professionally for a year. The pandemic happened to kind of fuck my whole professional career shit up. But, like, I just, like, love doing what I love to do for, like, the next generation. So, like, that's why I coach. That's why, like, I'm going to start helping my alma mater drumline. Because, like, I'm about just, like, teaching, like, the way I think about the game and the way I think about music to the next generation. So like, that's like more so my passion, but like I'm always like down to like just do some shit like, you know, drumming and whatever, you know.
Like, we have to tap in with you.
I'm down to tap in with y'all for sure.
Yeah, definitely the session musician.
I feel you on that too, bro.
I prefer that more than a producer musician. Those are two different things.
Oh yeah,
a session musician and a producer musician are two different things.
Yeah. No, and there's a difference between a producer and a beat maker. And I got called the fuck out for that when I fucking submitted a song to a very popular radio show in LA, and he was like, do you consider yourself a producer or a beat maker? I'm like, well, for the simple fact that, you know, I mixed all the shit for myself, by myself, and I had nobody come in. I feel like I definitely produced the whole thing. And he was like, yeah, you're definitely a beat maker. Stick to that until you actually learn. So, but I didn't take it as like a shot down. I took that as constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And it literally made me better.
We didn't have to get down. Not even gonna hold.
It made me better though. I took what he said to consideration. I was like, he knows what he's talking about though. Like he wouldn't just be sitting here with thousands of people in his fucking, we were on
tuned in.
Thousands of people that don't know what the fuck they talking about.
See, because he was an A&R though. That's what the thing I forgot to fucking mention.
They don't know what they talking about all the time.
Not all the time, but he made a valid point that made me better with my mixing. So I shouts out to that guy, by the way, for shooting me down like that.
Yeah, it's rare when the A&R is also like a super, high quality mix and master engineer or whatever. Right. Like often they're kind of like tastemakers, but sometimes you'll get that nugget where they're like, "Nope, I know exactly what the fuck you need to do."
Right. No, I got lucky.
I feel you on the constructive criticism though, as like a self-taught artist, because it's like, in the beginning it's like I was picking up some bad habits as an artist, just in general with my drawing, and you need to be told sometimes, you know, by someone who's and I didn't always appreciate the way they went about telling it, but it always stuck with me. And it's always just a reason to push yourself to that next level, because that's what like doing any of this is all about, is getting better at it. That's really, even if I don't make a dime off of, doing ZUDECAST here, I care about learning about how to do this kind of stuff because I've always wanted to learn how to do it, and that's real though,
True. Yeah, I think it's made us more competent, well-spoken people over the course of two plus years
going
now?
On 2 years almost,
So learning how to interview, but also learning how to be interviewed as well.
Yeah.
So like that helps with career-based shit too. Like if you're going for a job, you're like you're not uncomfortable with talking to somebody you don't know or know anything about. Like you're just there chopping it up.
Yep. Yeah.
Makes it easy.
So too, I just want to ask you too about like podcasting and stuff too. How'd you get into that too? Just to kick it off about the subject.
Once again, shouts out to the pandemic. It was a pandemic for a lot of people, but it was a pandemic for me. I did not take action in that.
Got that stimmy though.
It fucked up my taxes, but it's good.
Right. But man, it was just, I felt like I had a lot to say and music wasn't enough because there's a lot of conversation that came between group members, but also just friends that I would just sit there and think like, I should podcast this shit. I should literally record this, and and it always happened while we were smoking. So that was the whole idea of smoking with X. And then there were a few episodes where necessarily I wasn't smoking, but it still was the concept.
To get niggas canceled.
Nah. So look, okay, because I kind of did like how you guys do your thing. Like the first half is like. The serious music shit, or if they're not a musician, if they have like a local business or something, we'll talk about that. Episode. And then after that, I would just hit it with some crazy ass questions like, would you rather spend an island on somebody you had a crush on or with your mom for 25 years type shit?
Yeah.
Like, and then because if you think about it, that's a good question.
It is.
It's high thoughts, bro.
Right? Yeah, exactly. But then at one point, it got political, and I stepped away.
Oh shit.
And it's all when the Black Lives Matter shit happened.
Oh
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's when you start to really know, like, okay, this is where you stand. It's like
Yeah.
now it's like this is where you stand. And like, if you stand this way and I stand this way, we really can't have these conversations.
Now we
Exactly.
were just saying a gang of radical stuff.
Right.
Not only that, it's just like one of the guests that I had for an episode, that one of the last audio episodes that I dropped. It was just, you know, I started to realize the podcast was straying away from what I wanted. It wasn't like the lively, funny thing that I wanted. It was just getting serious and kind of like kind of depressing.
Bro, dude.
So I reinvented it when I came back. I moved to LA, had some time to really sit there and think and hit the drawing boards. And then so when I was making my few visits back to SAC, I would draw on a few interviews, and I just made a promise to myself: keep it fun, keep it light, and stay away from politics.
Bro,
It's a tough one.
we've had that entire ass journey too, 'cause especially again started during the pandemic. Our thing for a minute too was like roasting the news. We're like, it's the Zudes with the news, and we got your news for you here, you know. And then after a while, it's just like, why? We don't need to talk about that, all right, you know. And it's like, so we're doing more of like the deep dive kind of like historical research thing now too, because you know it's still like intellectually stimulating, but it's not. It's just like, you know, getting on the hot seat like every time. It's like, bro, like we don't need to do this. That's the whole point. And it is tough when you know, shit can get like tense or whatever too. But if someone can't, you know, come on a podcast and have like a calm conversation too, that's always like, that's on them, you know, you know. But I totally feel you on that arc of like, wow, why'd this get so dark? Like,
Yeah, I feel it, man. It's hard sometimes. Like, the unpredictable thing is we're trying to get into doing the like live call-in stuff where you don't necessarily have any vetting of who's coming on. You don't know if they're chill like that, you know.
That one clip, stroke them up.
Oh man, so yeah, I feel that you never know, and things can just take that left turn. But
real fast.
But yeah, the conversation management gets a little tough after a while, especially if they're really insistent. They're like, "No, this is my show now."
Yeah, you know, and I don't get mad at that because it's like, I feel you're a guest and you have a lot to say, and you don't want to feel like I'm putting a muzzle on you. So you're going to spew out everything you have to say. I understand that, but there's a certain point where I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I understand you, but I don't think my viewers are gonna fuck with
It's like,
definitely.
have some decorum. Like, I want to give you a space to talk, but you gotta understand, like, you know, this is where we're at. This is where we've been. You can't just take it somewhere that's never been before.
Exactly. And same, a lot of people have to go into that mindset when it comes to performing too.
Yeah.
You have to know your audience,
Yeah.
know the crowd you're gonna be around, because you don't want to sit there and try to be super lyrical, hippity hop, and then everybody's turning up on some trap shit. Like, you got some good shit, but nobody's gonna respond in that manner.
It's like an ebb and flow, a give and take kind of relationship too between the audience and you know, what the audience wants and what you want to do with it, and then again too what the guest wants to do, but then keeping it in control. Thankfully, I don't think we've had any guests really go off the handle.
No,
so
I mean,
far,
the most off the handle guest we've had is literally one of our best friends.
Oh my God, Bryant, bro! I don't know if y'all know Bryant. Bryant's a freaking the GOAT, but one
of the most insane bass players in all of SAC. By the way, if you
Easily.
guys want an insane session musician,
Definitely have to figure out who he is.
Sorry,
y'all
Brian.
got to with him too, for sure.
dude. No, Bryant, dude. Yeah, he was going off about Pokemon and about
doing unspeakable things to them.
yeah, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Nah, boy.
But it was in you know,
In Minecraft?
Yeah, it was all
in
theoretical,
hypothetical.
But
He's like, man, if that Pokemon is right here.
dude, it was tough, bro.
I don't know if we even uploaded that, did we?
No, we got the full
Okay, we
episode,
did.
bro. I
We
got
did.
clips
Alright,
and shit
for
from that, bro. But
Just a quick moment to address the chats really quick.
chat.
We got
Man, we got a whole
CSSP
bunch of
up in
freaking
here.
chats.
Yeah, we gotta read.
Yup, yup. Oh, they're calling you an industry plant, bro.
Oh, nah, yeah. They said
As
unless
is,
he was a.
Salad dressing is, hey, motherfucker.
Roses are
What
red,
did they say?
violets are blue. I'm gonna make my own beat.
I don't have a favorite salad dressing. I eat dry salads.
Oh man, we got.
Yeah, the homie
I
eat
always
dry
said-
salad.
I usually go dry as well, but like if I do, it's poppy seed.
You niggas
thank
is
you.
terrorists.
Poppy
Bro,
seed is hard.
why do you
Obviously
need
it's hard.
vinaigrette?
Come
Why
on
do you
now.
need that?
Right, like you just do it.
The salad is wet if it's washed. Who's
on
giving you
now.
dry leaves when
man.
you eat your salad?
Come on, bro.
That is
Slap
fair.
'em.
That's fair.
Slap them.
Yeah, now that I think about it, you know, you just put like more tomatoes and shit, you know, so that's
Right.
more fucking.
Yeah, there's moisture in the vegetables.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We got CSSB fucking shout out. What's good with the Zudes and fucking XCVI for let's fucking go, bro. What a
Man.
fucking
Yeah,
crossover.
The love
this
is
is,
in
bro.
the chat
Oh, yeah,
today.
that's sound
I
based.
appreciate that.
Yeah, CSCB or
Jonathan said it's found. I
CSSB.
don't think she's liking our poppy seed selection right now.
You know, I like a little vinaigrette. I'll speak out in favor.
Damn, Shiloh's hating right now. Hi, Shiloh. How you doing?
Dry
Thanks for
veggies,
tuning in, y'all.
2023
Dry
till I die. You feel me?
Bro,
It's the
veggies
most
are
healthiest
goaded,
way.
bro. We
Right.
just got that grill back there, bro. And we like
shit, for
cooking
real.
like some fat ass like onions and
Oh,
like
yeah.
asparagus and
Hey, do y'all
corn,
got
bro.
my link tree? Or what?
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
throw
so I
that thing
got
up
I
there.
got yeah, just a good time too. We got fucking on their Instagrams here. We got X's link
let's
tree
check
right
it out.
here.
Yeah,
we
link
got
tree.
Willie's link tree
Yeah.
right here too.
Tap in, y'all. Tap
Yeah,
in.
this is that
Go stream that. Being vulnerable is
yeah,
dangerous.
this shit's killer right here, bro. Big props
Yeah.
to that. Let me ask you too, what kind of like, you know, being vulnerable is dangerous. So I'm gonna ask you to be vulnerable right now. What inspired this, man? Like, what was some of the where were you at when you were getting into this mixtape here?
Be real. It's
Oh,
okay.
yo, facts.
It's okay.
Middle
It's okay.
middle of the pandemic, motherfucking my family lost a house.
Oh
So
man,
it's
shit,
like
man.
motherfucking. So I'm just like 20% through this tape and just fucking have to move in with a friend type shit.
Yeah.
everything's up in the air there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I point out one inspiration though?
Yeah.
This motherfucker told me. This came out of his mouth. Me and my girlfriend's a relationship too. Because how our ups and downs.
No,
our ups and downs.
I write through other people's perspectives sometimes.
Yeah.
And like in the midst of them having like an argument in my fucking studio, I'm making a beat. And I'm like, go listen to What Do You Want From Me?
Yeah. What do you
'Cause,
want
like,
from me? Literally, that
Because
track.
that's what that nigga was yelling.
But hey, shouts out to my baby. You feel me? We still thriving strong. You feel me?
No,
Baby,
man.
Yeah.
on the way.
I love art,
Bro,
Like,
congratulations,
that
by
And
the
she
way,
on the
man.
song.
Dude, congratulations, by the way, man.
Yeah,
That's so exciting, bro. Shout out Kiana too, Indigo Queen, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, another very talented musician too in her own right.
It's a crazy new adventure, man.
Dude, yeah.
Man, not for real.
That's
Fucking
crazy.
shit.
Well, yeah, man. So you're saying you drawn from other people's experiences too, and being able to flip that into your own piece of art.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
awesome, bro.
everybody was going through it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't just me.
So
Being
you be able
vulnerable is
to
dangerous.
tap into that, yeah.
Yeah.
that's what's up, man.
It's
I
literally
love
a song
artwork
for
like that, where
everybody.
you're able to kind of just like empathize with what someone's going through and just kind of portray it in a way.
Or
That
just
other people
like be there in
understand
real time and
it.
like
Yeah.
like half the shit that's on that project is like actual shit that people were saying.
Right.
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah.
I that's one of the things I appreciate about our generation, I think, is that more and more people are less afraid to just say exactly what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because we know that there's gonna be like that core group of people that are just fucking with what you're saying 100%.
But also
they know
BVID.
exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
What was that?
COVID.
Yeah.
BVID.
Oh, bro. No, that shit.
Yeah,
changed.
what about CVID and DVID?
That shit changed everything, you know.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like everybody went through like such a different metamorphosis, you
Mm-hmm.
know, of where they're at, and that's really sick. You're able to tap into that too, you know. Because I mean, fuck, again, that's that. I don't know. That's sick.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
what people needed. I felt like everyone needed a sense of direction and like guidance into this crazy ass time, because like we're going through this shit, but then like everyone else is affected personally by it, and then like just it might not have even been nothing that had to do with COVID, but like we were all going through some hard ass.
Also,
tough
I'm
ass
not
shit.
I'm not attempting to trauma dump. That's just what fucking happened.
You're
Real
good,
shit.
dog.
It's fine.
For
It's-
real.
That's the
Yeah.
truth of the matter.
No,
right?
that's one thing I love about our generation though, is because like we tired of the bullshit. Like we tired of like all the political cover up type shit. Like let's get to the real
Facts.
shit. Let's talk
Facts.
about like what's actually really going on, because like we can't really heal if we don't like actually address what's actually going on.
I mean, fuck, bro. That's the whole point of our the fucking ZUDECAST here is we all Zudes, bro. We all out here, you know. So like,
Right, yeah.
exactly, is we gotta keep it real about everything, you know, and be able to just talk about what we've been through, where we're going, and all that shit, bro.
Yeah,
So,
there's a certain relief in that, you know, just getting away from the constant weariness of all the shit that the world has to fucking throw you all the time, and it's always crazy all the time. So yeah,
Nice.
definitely. But
I like how I like swerve you each time. You're like, man, tell him about that. And then I'm like, yeah, something sad.
nah, bro. Yeah.
No, but also that other thing. Yeah, that other thing also happened. But yeah.
So, in the process of, you know, writing a large body of music like that, there's always going to be periods where you're like in a creative block. So I feel that there's a bunch of outcomes that can ultimately result in you either not making the album or making the album. And I want to know if there's anything that you guys go to in particular to get over the creative block and push past the hard times.
I listen to other people's music, and I also get out of my creative space, as in like where I produce. I leave it alone. I give myself a break, and then I go out, usually by myself. I try to just, I'm like, honestly, like everybody could kind of confirm this in the group. I'm on some lone wolf shit, low key. Like I do a lot of shit by myself. So, and I feel like that's where I touch home. I get centered with myself, and I'll be out, I'll be drinking, and I'll be at a bar or something, and I'll hear a song, and it's like, I could sample that. And then instantly, I'll get that spark, inspiration. But I've had year fucking writer blocks because iPhone fucking, they had a big problem back then where your notes would just randomly get deleted. I had albums multiple times. I've lost 3 albums to that shit. And every time I got fucking, I went into depression, honestly, because it's like, bro, I've spent so much time on this shit, and it's like, it's just gone by the time I wake up.
Typing it into the phone?
Yep, kept typing it in the phone, but it never stopped me from revisiting the shit and getting re-inspired, because I would always step away for a second, give myself a break, come revisit it. But also, I feel like don't pressure yourself. Like, a lot of people, if you're not up to that standard, no disrespect to nobody, but if you don't do good with pressure, don't pressure yourself to write. Wait for it to come naturally. I do good under pressure, so I can pressure myself. Like, fuck, I fucked this up. Start over. Whoa, I'm not gonna get mad at myself.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of people can't start from scratch and just they literally give up the second the shit is gone.
It's crushing. I've definitely lost entire produced EPs just to like a hard drive corruption failure. And well, when that event particularly happened, I quit music for like 2 years. But that's a learning lesson. I feel like you have to go through that experience.
Oh yeah.
And like, it's obviously it's part of the, you know, learning how to like manage your data and your tech and your files and all that bullshit. But it's also like a lesson in learning to like let go, you know, and not everything has to be a banger all the time. Not everything has to be like a perfect work of art. So I don't know, just being humbled and starting over from scratch, I think sometimes in the long run can be beneficial to your growth as an artist. Yeah.
Sure.
That shit just happened to me too, man. I fucking got water on my screen and the screen was cracked, so it was just like, you're done.
Yeah.
And again, I was like, it's happened to me before where I lost all my pictures, so I was like, okay, pictures are backed up, we're good there. I was like, I'm not letting that happen again. But this time, it was the notes, and I was like, God damn it, I have so much plot points written out. I have hella lyrics. I'm trying to get back into rapping again, you know, and it's that, like you just said, that learning to let go. It's almost like, you know how there's the fools that'll draw the art in the sand and then just let it wash away. You know, that's a big thing I've tried to take inspiration from, because things that suck are gonna happen. But again, like you said, you have to be able to start from scratch again and remember. You know, you can remember those ideas, but it's like if they're gone, they're gone. You can't dwell on it. You know?
And you can't beat yourself up about it too, because when that very first time it happened to me, like I said, I went into a depression, bro, because it was a literally like 18-track album, and I was like, fucking, are you serious?
Yeah.
I can only imagine how long that took.
Yeah, like a year and a half, 2 years to really put together. So I was just fucking crushed by that shit. But then I redid it and still dropped the 18-track album. So it was, but it took some fucking time and fucking pressuring myself. But dude, that, like you said, just the sand art. It washes away. Don't let it Don't let it kill you. Don't let it beat you up.
Yeah.
You could always make something different. If you know you can do it once, you can do it again and better.
I don't have any of those problems. It takes me like an hour to 30 minutes to write,
I feel you.
Yeah.
and also like it really does.
No, I know. That's
Yeah.
I know this for a fact because we literally sat there, cooked up a beat. Took us 30 minutes to make the beat. Took us each 30 minutes to write our shit. 30 minutes to get it recorded.
Now, like certain songs, it takes me like multiple days. Some songs they just write based off of experience, as we know.
Yeah.
But like, just human shit.
Yeah.
If I don't feel like writing, I won't write. But like, if I feel like writing, I'll probably just go outside, talk to people, have conversations like this. If y'all say something interesting right now, it'll probably end up being a rap.
I hope so.
Hopefully,
ZUDECAST.
yeah. Right? Hopefully.
Like if I have a good conversation with you, fuck it. If I see structure in the conversation, it'll probably happen.
I find that's an interesting point because I've made, music that I am like seriously emotionally attached to, and then I've also made music explicitly just to be a meme, right? To go viral, hopefully,
Bro.
right? And I find that the stuff I make because I think it's funny turns out in like a couple hours, and then the stuff that I want to put all of my effort into takes like 6 fucking months to write a song. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
I
feel that.
That's exactly what I'm on. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
You understand?
Word
for word. That bullshit. Go listen to Hit with Dub.
I had fun producing that, by the way. That shit went crazy.
Yeah, go listen to Hit with Dub. That happened that same night in like less than 30 minutes.
Literally.
After the beat was done.
Sometimes that's all it takes. It's just a little bit of fucking, just like, oh, what if we did that? That'd be fucking funny as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so a little more serious note. How was putting this level of effort into your guys' music like affected the other areas of your life? Because everybody knows it's not easy doing this as your main fucking hobby or even professionally, if that's
the depressed
how far you
artist
take it.
trope.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got
be
that.
real. It's definitely helped me become more dedicated to things I put energy into. Growing up, I was not necessarily carefree, but like if I wasn't as good as everybody else type shit, I didn't really give a fuck. Like I was like, all right, it's whatever. I can still do it though. But now that I'm in this field of music, it's like I don't want to be the best, but I damn sure want to be up there with the best. I want to be one of the nicest motherfuckers from this city. One of the nicest motherfuckers from my generation, one of the nicest motherfuckers to ever perform at certain spots in Sacramento type shit. You know what I mean?
That's a good adjective for that, I think.
Yeah. So it's like, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like if it ain't in you, it ain't in you.
I feel like sometimes you don't even know that it's in you too, and it takes some real doing. And then you realize after trial and error, you're like, I'm sticking with it, and I don't know exactly why, but apparently this is what the fuck I'm supposed to do type thing.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man.
So I'm trying to change some lives and make some money along the way, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. If you like this shit and this motherfucking, I hear a lot of artists be like, oh, this album stops somebody from killing themselves or something like that. I'm like, yeah, that feels nice.
Yeah.
I want to do that. Feel me? If I can make some money along the way and also do, like, make some shit that feels good to me and like help somebody else inadvertently, fuck it.
Shoot, fuck.
Yeah,
And
man.
also, I'm kind of only good at music.
That's
I
fair
suck
enough.
at everything else.
I feel that, bro.
Right.
Okay, so that does lead into like the next part of the question, though. I'm sorry if you had one ready, Eli.
Oh, you're
but,
good. You're good.
I was just curious if there's anything that you guys have picked up along your journeys as music creators that you'd consider a valuable like lesson, like a habit or a mindset that kind of defines where you sit in terms of how you view success or validation, even as music creators. Yeah, like what advice do you have for the people?
Have a space to where you can focus with no distractions, because if you can get into that ADD mindset, you're straight.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you could just get in the zone and focus, you're good. But I feel like a lot of people try to live that whole studio life where they got 30 motherfuckers in the studio smoking, pass a drink and shit, and they don't get shit done.
Yeah,
I know how that goes.
Nigga, you like the party, you don't like the rap.
Right.
Yeah, you just want the people around.
Me, I isolate. And even if I'm with the group, I'll sit there and literally even be still by myself, just working on the beat, not listening to conversation going around. He could clarify for that. Like, everybody, we have a whole ass conversation around me. I'm just focused on my computer because I got into that mindset where it's ADD, focus, get this shit done so we can rock the fuck out.
Yeah.
One thing I can say, the other half of that is like what I try to preach and stress to the group and everybody involved. This is theatrics. Motherfucker, you're an entertainer.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
Be entertaining.
Facts.
Nigga, this shit is, nigga, at the end of the day, you either an actor or a wrestler.
Yeah. No, that's dude.
Shit, you want to be The Rock or you want to be Leonardo? What's happening?
Trying to be Jerry Springer, the best
That's a good way
wrestler
to
of all
think about
time.
it, though, for real, honestly. Like, you know, you got to kind of
So the other half, he want to be an artist. Make that art. I also want to be an artist, but like on that other half, nigga, be entertaining.
Yeah.
Shit, if you don't want to be the guy on the stage dancing for money, that's that's the whole profession, nigga. You gonna dance for money.
That's true. That's true. I don't. Yeah, it's hard sometimes to get into that mind state too, because a lot of people just want to be the artist, you know, and they don't understand that it comes with that territory if you have to step outside and sometimes create that extra persona, that extra like layer on top.
Yeah.
Even if it's just you, but like kind of hyperbolized or exaggerated, you know. I'm like,
yeah, that's kind of like why I said like the whole Batman analogy. Like, it's like Bruce Wayne and Batman, they stand for the same things, but like Bruce Wayne is himself.
Yep.
And Batman, and the whole question is, who does Bruce Wayne or Batman identify as? Is he more Batman and he pretends to be Bruce Wayne, or is he more, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand how your presentation like affects the people, because you can put out music that like means something to
You
yourself.
want to be X?
But you have to understand what the people feel from your music, and you have to think about that like in your artistic process. You know?
I'm sorry, but you're low key blowing my mind with the Batman question. I'm
'cause
like,
a
no, it's
Batman
like so
fanatic.
deep, bro.
I hella feel that
I've
because
never thought about it.
You want to be? I don't want to be Free Willy all the time, because if I'm Free Willy all the time, I'm gonna die.
yeah,
yeah, you be saying some crazy shit.
Nah, yeah.
Nah, but what he said about the
that's
Batman
dope,
shit, I'm kind of thinking more deep on that, because it's like if you really, really break down what Batman is about,
Right.
it's his thought of justice,
Yeah.
not justice in the aspect.
Exactly.
So it's like, me being a Batman fan, I could just see it. Like the more older he gets, the more you realize he feeds into the Batman ego. Like,
Right,
he's not even Bruce Wayne anymore, bro. You might as well just like fuck the bat suit, bro. Just go out as yourself and just I am Batman.
Like, do this nigga run a company half the time? Like, when are you running this company that is funding this?
When do you have time for that shit?
I know. I love in The Dark Knight, he like shows up to the board meetings and he just like,
Tired as fuck because we beating up niggas last night.
Right.
Just, oh man, you got a hangover, sir? No, like, your hands are bleeding, sir. Like, yeah, don't worry about that.
Something like that.
But I feel that analogy is so hard because a lot of the times I'm so concerned with like, all right, what are the ongoings with the ZUDECAST? How am I doing with like my music, and you know, how's the community going? And I'm focused on building all these different things that I spend so little time now thinking about who the fuck I even am anymore. And I'm like, maybe I'm just the guy that does shit. I don't know. Like, is that, am I the profession or the person? Yeah, it's hard to say, you know?
Yeah.
Like, am I the things I do, or
I let them control me type shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel you.
I think a lot of us too, as artists and musicians and rappers in particular too, it's like the stage name or the persona or whatever you work through, it allows you to tap into different aspects of yourself that you wouldn't necessarily get to bring out otherwise, or maybe you feel like in the rest of your life you have to kind of keep it down, or like, I'm not gonna lie, a while back, a couple episodes ago, I came on the show here in the Zood suit, bro, in the alien costume, and I was like on some fucking, you know.
Is it this head?
It's identical to this head, but it's like a
The morph suit type,
it's like a ski mask kind of beat, so you can actually hear me talking, because you can't hear us talking in those guys, unfortunately. But I love those things right there. But yeah, man, it's I don't know, it's very healing to a lot of people. I feel like to be able to tap into a different part of your brain, through art and through music and through even podcasting,
Yeah. Art is always saying something, so you got to figure out how you're gonna say it.
Yep.
So yeah.
Do you have any more questions, or do we want to push on here?
I ain't got much more.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Where's the bathroom at?
right here in the hallway. Yeah, right here in the hallway. Just it's like a big circle. The whole building's like a big circle.
Okay. I'm curious. Maybe a bit of a tough one, but what was potentially the most validating moment for you in terms of like feedback from other people that told you, I need to continue doing this 100%? Something that just gassed you up so fucking hard that you're like, I can't quit this now. Like,
have I had that experience yet? No, every time I go on stage, really.
Yeah?
Yeah. It resets. Man, I don't feel like fucking doing this no more. Then I go on stage and I'm like, I guess I can do this for a couple more months.
Mind if I ask what it is about that particular thing that sort of resets your meter there?
It's a hard obsession. Like, I guess it starts with like Wayne, the old mixtapes and things like the mixtape series, but about the drought when he would go on tour and everything, and this crowd would just be singing this shit back to him.
Right.
And I'm like, I want to do that. And then when I was eventually able to get the crowd to react, I was like, it's cool. It's nice. And I was like, all right, I guess I want to do this. I'm more psyched about performing than actually putting out music, to be honest.
That's
I'm
awesome,
like, you
though.
got to put out music to perform, so I'm like, fuck it.
I honestly feel the same way, and I mean, I've been doing music production since, I want to say 2010, but always the goal in mind was that connection you get with the audience when you're on stage. It's like so vulnerable, but so removed in a way. It's like you're not having a conversation with somebody about your feelings, but you get that like energy connection and the hype, and that there's just like nothing quite like it. You know what I mean?
Being vulnerable is dangerous is a crazy project, because I have yet to perform that project at all.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's a vulnerable project. I personally don't feel like it will perform well. Maybe.
I feel you. That's how I feel about the Hidden Part track that I did. Like, that is a very, very vulnerable track, and it's just like.
But this next shit gonna perform well.
Oh yeah.
Because it's built to perform well.
Shoot, you think it would do well in like maybe a music video format where you have more of a controlled sort of
Control setting,
Controlled
uncontrolled
setting,
setting. I'm able to do it.
okay,
That's what's up,
It's a
though.
vibe.
not afraid at all.
Yeah, man, I love it. What about you, X? What's like some of the most validating points in your musical career here that like just gave you a drive to keep on going?
I'm not gonna lie. It's when I was reaching out to certain people to work with, and the people that I was reaching out to necessarily didn't get back to me, but the people I wasn't thinking about that wanted to work with me were tapping in with me. And then I was like, all right, maybe I'm looking in the wrong place, and whatever I've been feeling is just, I'm doing it to myself. And then once I kind of stepped back from that, I kind of was like, all right, actually, I'm doing fucking good, bro. This shit's dope. Like, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep fucking doing your shit, man. So, shouts out to those people, man, for real.
Yeah, that sort of community interaction, I can't stress enough. It's super important.
It's kept me going so much through this. Just all the friends we've made and all the people that have, we were doing this podcast by ourselves for months and months. Our third host isn't here. He's playing a show right now, but it was Chris, Bobby, and me doing a show for.
What show is he playing?
Where is he playing at right now? I think
I didn't ask him. I'm afraid to.
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot where he's playing to, but he plays with the Gold Souls. They're like a soul funk band, and Chris plays guitar for them, bro. Chris is a absolutely killer guitarist, and I don't think we incorporated enough into the show our musical abilities, but that he's the best guitarist I know, period. Like
Y'all should definitely think about doing that, man.
yeah, we've we have ideas. We have bonking around in the noodles.
Beats channel, more or less, that we've done like a
okay.
couple of streams on, but I don't know, it's
beat
not
channel, how?
that in depth. On like YouTube, we just call it Zudio Beats for like the ZUDECAST studio, and then Zudio Beats. So we do live streams just here at this table. I'll like bust out the Ableton push, and we got like the keyboard and everything.
You might need to come through for that.
Hey,
Yeah, we should.
Please,
bro. No, for
please.
real. We're trying to get more into that
That'd
stuff.
be
So,
lit as fuck,
yeah, bro.
honestly.
We'll smack beats together live and shit too. And they did a couple because our other roommate you met earlier too. He's a piano. That's his keyboard and stuff over there too. He's a piano teacher, so he's really good too.
Yep.
House of musicians here, you know, and you
yeah.
know, so we're trying to incorporate that more too into the show and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we just don't do it enough. I don't find enough time or excuses to like really make that kind of stuff. I'm always so focused on just like, all right, I gotta finish mixing my latest project, or I'm like, I don't create as much new material as I should, I guess. So
I feel like you guys could definitely pull off like a Tiny Desk vibe.
Bro,
that'd be
dude,
fun.
that's
Dope.
Surely.
Let me
Nah,
be
I
the first
really
one.
want to.
I'll bust out the tape.
Bro, bet,
shit, bro.
bet.
I mean,
Yeah, some real shit.
shit, yeah. I mean, fuck, bro. We could, if you guys wanted to, like we were talking about earlier, if you guys wanted to perform at any point, I could pull up a song you want to do, or
Hey, yo, X, what's your next tape called?
I don't know. I've literally just been working on like, all right, I got something with this person right here. I got shit with this person. I got this for myself. So it's just like I'm working literally right now. I'm working on 3 different projects, and I'm like at the 50% mark on every single one. So like I am at the point of what am I gonna call these? Because 2 of them are just collections of shit I've done with locals, and then one of them is a specific like, all right, it's just this person on that shit. So yeah, that no names yet, but we got some shit coming soon for surely.
that's what's up, man.
More visuals too.
I feel like names are a tough thing. There's power to a
really
name.
hard.
Always.
Yeah. So kind of can sometimes even shift the whole direction of the project if you really find something you're, really happy with in terms of a name. Anyway,
Hell yeah.
so we got some tunes we're gonna pull up here.
Yeah, you got anything you want me to pull up? If you want to perform a little ditty for us, a little.
Can I possibly send you a link to a performance version of the track instead of like the actual?
Yeah, instead of the actual thing. Yeah, if you want to send it on the on Instagram or on Instagram, I can probably
got
pull it up
you.
right quick.
God bless Google Drive for this.
Bro, yeah, dude.
I keep all my performance tracks in a performance folder, and it's saved. All of them are saved offline, so it's like,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Man.
Artists, you need to get on that. Keep
like-
that shit saved.
I'm like subfolder diving like
Yo.
10, 12 layers deep to find shit.
Hell yeah. Dude, appreciate you guys coming on again too, bro. I feel like this has been a long overdue collab, and
Hell yeah.
Right.
dude, and appreciate y'all a ton, bro. I've been following you guys since like 2018 when I started trying to get out there, meet people in the area and stuff, and you guys have always been incredibly impressive. So I appreciate y'all for coming on. And
For sure.
And though I met you guys only today, it's always a pleasure getting to chat with other engineers, producers. There's,
Off tops.
for some
For
reason,
sure.
not enough of us in Sacramento. It seems like, or maybe
So
there's
look,
too many, and I just don't know.
There's a lot, and these fuckers hide, and they don't have a voice. Use your voice. Let people know you produce. Because there's a lot of people who go out here to these open mics and produce their own shit and don't announce it at all.
Right.
I make sure before I do my set and after I do my set. By the way, I produced that. I mixed it, everything. I let it be known for the simple fact that nobody else is really doing it out here like that. Like,
Hard to find that
you
package.
have to.
Yeah.
Let them know. I sent that, by the way. I don't know if it's going to ask for permission or not.
yeah, it
Oh,
is.
yep.
I'm gonna request
What'd you say?
access right
Little
quick.
request a mundo. Just a quick moment to tap in with chat if we can.
Yeah. Let's see what they got to
Let's
say.
see. We got. Oh my God.
Lots, yeah.
Shyla is down for the trauma dumping. It seems.
Oh, lit.
We love it. Makes for fantastic
Managed
fantastic
access.
material.
Fantastic
Vibes.
what material?
Anyone with the link, I just changed it.
Fantastic content material.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Try
about to
that
be
one
like,
more
whoa,
time.
whoa.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
This
We got.
one's called Testing Me. It's not dropped yet.
Okay.
So I love performing this one.
Let's check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's pull that full screen up.
All right. Let me
Look.
turn this up a tiny bit.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Look. I need to keep my T's crossed and my eyes dotted before they kiss me some shit and I'm blindsided. You don't gotta be at war to be a byproduct. That's why I only hang with niggas if their vibe's honest. Cause at a young age I peeped death and it had me shook. Nowadays it don't hurt to take another look. Oh Lord, I pray there never be another link in the chain. But if I remain in Sacramento, I'll be in the books. Rim with flames, my OG told me, boy, you better swallow the pain. Cause if you grinding for this shit, they gon' butcher your lane for real. Can I be honest for a minute? It's hard to spell the words when I'm sinning. Yeah, I cover many miles in these pumped up kicks from South Sac to Nutty North, and every end of the bricks left still exist, man. Whoa, at the end of the day, they gon' remember my pain. Yeah, they testing me. Swear these niggas trying to get the best of me. And we can keep going for the best of three. Back to back, perfected trajectory. Gotta paint a better tone just to set the scene. Trying to take it all, yeah, best believe. Led by the wrong hands, Lord, set me free. If this the only way, then let it be, let it be. Yeah, they tested me. Swear these niggas trying to get the best of me. And we can keep going for the best of three. Back to back, perfected trajectory. Gotta paint a better tone just to set the scene. Trying to take it all, yeah, best believe. Led by the wrong hands, Lord, set me free. If this the only way, then let it be, let it be. Look, some be out for more while steady sinking. Watch myself, what the fuck am I thinking? I ain't the one for shrinking, but it feels like time flies along with every blinking. This the apathetic truth, we ain't reached the deep end. No way we about to switch the game, I leave some niggas tweaking. No doubt you did it to yourself. You wasn't built for top shelf, now they human, but we still not even. Look, cause shit been cutthroat. It's kinda tragic when the blood so. And niggas gotta slide with utmost respect. Ain't no meeting for the gun tote. The only time is when they want smoke. So ho, bring it. You pussies know the deal. This our favorite type of season. And look, gotta keep the dirty hands for the steel. Had to say this once again so you know this shit real. Lord, look, they trying to get the best of me. And we can keep going for the best of three. Back to back, perfected trajectory. Gotta paint a better tone just to set the scene. Trying to take it all, yeah, best believe. Led by the wrong hands, Lord, set me free. If this the only way, then let it be, let it be. Yeah, they testing me. Swear these niggas trying to get the best of me. And we can keep going for the best of three. Back to back, perfecting trajectory. Gotta paint a better tone just to set the scene. Trying to take it all, yeah, best believe. Led by the wrong hands, Lord, set me free. If it's the only way, then let it be, let it. By the way, I produced that.
God damn, bro.
Hey, man, that's hard, bro.
God
Appreciate
damn.
it. Thank you.
That
that-
production is like a vibe. I don't know. It's like a grand sci-fi like opera shit, but from the perspective of some like slumlord underdog.
Hey.
I don't know, like that shit.
AKA Gotham City.
Bro, yeah, exactly. Very Gotham City. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. It was hitting almost like a Blade Runner-y thing for me with the high pitched like
I
synth
can
line.
see that.
Yeah.
It's very
I
like
can
also
see that.
too like if you like the string lines too. It's very like like somber.
Yeah.
I don't know
That
if
shows-
you like don't like comparisons at all, but like it
I
just
don't mind them.
okay. It just gives me like a Mick Jenkins vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
That's
fair.
not the first time I heard that too.
That's hard.
That's not
bro.
the first time.
Mick Jenkins is one of my favorite rappers of all time.
He go crazy.
So, yeah,
He go crazy.
I love that, bro.
Also reminded me of some Nujabes stuff too. I don't know if you ever listened to Nujabes,
I
but
have no clue who that
Oh,
is.
bro,
This is my
you ever
first time
seen
hearing
you
it.
seen Samurai Champloo, the anime?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the
Big fan right
soundtrack
here.
to the whole. Yeah, he did the
So you just gonna
soundtrack
sit
to the
here
whole
and let me
thing.
look
Yeah.
like a dumbass.
Nujabes
She
is
wasn't finna
like,
just tell me.
I was trying to tell you. I was trying to get that in my email. Hold up.
Oh, sorry.
but yeah, Nujabes is like Flying
there you go.
Lotus
Yeah.
level of like,
Crazy.
the man's nuts.
Man, that's dope, bro. That's
Shoot,
hard.
yeah. Well, appreciate the performance.
Oh,
What
yeah,
do we
got
got?
one. I think we got one more coming up.
Yeah,
We're
let's
about
hit it.
to
me
spit
see.
some shit.
Yeah, see, I think I popped her in right there. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
All right, let's see if we can get it over.
Yeah.
Hell, man. Shit. Tell us a little about that song too. What's good with that? Like, what's the
So-
motivation and whatnot?
I made that when I was in LA and I did my first show out there. And the second I told everybody I was from Sacramento, half the venue walked out.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I didn't let that
Oh.
discourage me though. I still performed. I still did my shit. And the people who stayed actually fucked with me. So I was like, other half missed the fucking dope show type shit.
Damn.
But yeah, testing me. So it's like, yeah, they tested me. It's like, y'all thought that was gonna make me want to leave? Like, no, that's gonna make me want to come back even more.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you
Hold
played the
on.
right one.
Disco shit.
Yeah,
Hold
sorry.
on.
My bad. But
That was
but
the
yeah,
right one. Play that
but yeah.
one.
So you said, hold on, just really, but you said L.A., bro. They're fucking giving you shit for being from Sac,
Yeah,
dude.
performance too, and it's like y'all seen the shit in my bio, like. Whoever viewed, like, usually when I look at a show and I'm like, who's performing, I go check out the artist. I don't just like read the names. I go view their page, try to go see if they have some music post, see what they sound like if I don't know who they are.
Right. Yeah.
So when you first go to my page, it says Sacramento/LA.
Yeah, dude. That's
Very
fucking,
obvious where I'm from.
bro. That's some hater shit, bro. That shit's
Off tops.
crazy, bro.
LA
But,
is
hey,
full of haters.
I
Can't let it-
appreciate the
can't let it
venue
bring it
that hit me up. You feel me? I appreciate them for giving me a chance to display my music. When I go back out there, I will be tapping back in with them, going to the same spot.
That's what's up, though, man.
Like, recognize me, motherfucker.
Exactly. Come out with some harder shit too.
All right, you up next, dog. Free Willie right here. Got that new shit, bro.
Yeah, this ain't even dropped.
Ooh, exclusive.
This shit got a poor mix.
I like how we both just doing unreleased music on this mug.
I like it though. I like it.
Appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah.
Don't expect you to understand what I've been through. Probably don't understand what you know what you trying to get into. We can leak out our spot if we bout to skate like power and I'm dropping in and roll again, get fly like a hot introverted. We can backslide to the south side cause outside is too hot. Maybe it's not, maybe I'm paranoid. Conversations that I can't avoid. Out here trying to fill the void. It's too many people, too much noise, and I'm scared. But I doubt that you care. I got a problem, think you could solve. I'm past the drink and I'm there. Can we share? Hold up. And no hookers on this. Hold up.
Dude.
Shit's smooth as fuck.
Don't expect you to understand what I've been through. Probably don't understand what I've been through. Movies on demand, what I've been through. Journey into what we finna do. Say to myself that I wanna go home. Not depressed, I just wanna be alone. Kid at heart, so I don't wanna be grown. But we smoking out, say mature and stone. Tongue tied, racing when I'm thinking. Only feel better when I'm drinking. Swimming pool, jumping in the deep end. Room spinning, even when I'm sleeping, I'm scared. But I doubt that you care. I got a problem, think you could solve. I'm last drinking, I'm there. Can we share? Hold up. This is not the full fucking version, but
Dude, you're good, man. It's fucking fire.
Did not see the 4 on the floor coming.
I like the vibe for sure.
You 3-verse this one?
huh?
3-verse this one?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Man. On some young guy shit, man. You feel me?
Shit,
It's just a vibe, boy.
dude, for real.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You might have to drop this in, like, next spring type shit. Or, like, at the very, very tip of summer. Because it's, like, that vibe, bro. You can't drop this during winter.
It's not getting dropped
Yeah,
during
you
winter.
can't do that during
Sun
winter.
gotta be
It's either
shining,
now
you know.
or next year.
It
bro.
reminds me of Spins by Mac Miller, you know, how he fucking
Yeah.
samples the fucking Empire of the Sun song, you know. That shit's hard, bro. That's dude. Appreciate y'all both performing,
Y'all
bro.
are
Some
talented. Y'all are
unreleased
dope,
shit,
man.
bro.
Hell yeah.
Dude.
I wish I would have had a better version of that song because, like, that didn't even have the hook on it.
I was gonna say, yeah, it wasn't Zio on the hook for that one.
Yeah, Zio's
yeah,
on the hook.
yeah.
Aw,
Shouts
man.
out to
I
Zio.
couldn't
Oh,
get
Zio,
the-
yeah.
I couldn't get the version with the hook on it on my phone to send. So I was like, I'll do the one without the hook.
Dude,
I'll get it.
that shit's some fucking fire, though, bro.
That's crazy.
Dude.
Y'all
But you
have,
have
like-
something to look forward to.
Hey.
That's crazy though. You guys have like a flipped like aesthetic on those 2 songs right
And
there.
so the crazy thing, that is the biggest fucking secret about Young Got Mob. None of us sound the fucking same. We all sound different. We all have different styles.
This would have happened like 6 more times if we had 6 more people here.
Honestly. Like, for real. For real. Like,
Just never know what's coming.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Dude, that shit's killer though, bro. Both y'all fucking crush it
man.
on that shit, bro.
Really dope.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, man.
Yeah,
it's
of
been
course,
a fucking blast, man.
Dude, appreciate y'all for coming on, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got fucking about 20 more minutes before I cap, bro. Y'all fucking want to talk about any fucking wild shit?
Yeah,
what
hold
y'all
on.
I'm gonna go
think
take a
about?
piss and I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's piss time. I think that's a good point for a piss session, you know?
Okay. I want to ask one
Oh, there's
of
a way out right here, too.
Oh, yeah. I want to ask one of the questions I usually ask on my podcast. I actually brought it up earlier.
Oh, yep.
Now, would you rather spend 20 years on an island with someone you're interested in with no civilization but you have resources?
Right back
Or
around through the hall, bro. You
your
got
mother.
Or your mother.
Or your mother, yeah.
Oh,
like, really, it's
fuck.
20 years. It's just 20 years.
20 years.
it. Man.
That's a tough one, bro.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard for me to answer. Like I have
Go ahead.
Oh,
No,
well, I'll answer first. I'm currently taking
Right.
serious relationship, and
Same.
so I
Same.
think that there's like a value in like spending 20 years with like the person you want to build a life with, and, just isolation, kind of understanding that person in a more intimate way, and just kind of like figuring each other out, because like I feel like we still have so much to learn from each other, and like
Right.
my boys know like we've been through a lot just in our 2 years of being together. And it's so much like they say you never really you don't really fully know someone until like 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts.
And
That's
so like
facts.
just the value of like getting to know that person in an intimate way for 20 years. That's huge. But also at the same time, like my mom, half of myself is my mom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Exactly, bro.
understanding like more of who she is intimately helps me to understand who I am intimately, and like my whole history as a human being and shit. So it's like, which one is more valuable? I think honestly the more valuable thing would be your mother.
Yep.
But as far as like for the
that's
future, you know what I'm saying, like your partner, because like if you really are trying to build a life with that person, then like I would say if it's like not serious, then you gotta be your mom. But
Facts,
like if it's like something like your wife's situation, okay,
You better
I can
choose
see
wife.
it. Right.
You better choose wife.
Exactly.
So
I-
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think, definitely the expectations out of those two different categories are super different, right? Like with your significant other, it's like you expect them to be competent on your level. But with your
Right.
parent, in most cases, they're going to be 20 to 30 years older than you.
Yep.
And, a lot more wise, hopefully, in a lot of
Yep.
regards. I mean, some people have kind of shitty parents, but, you get the card that you're dealt. But
Facts.
I think with a significant other, it really puts everything to a test, because I don't think your mother is going to give you the silent treatment and then
Right.
sleep on the other side of the island for
Right.
2 weeks to prove a point.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And I mean, it may be uncomfortable, like potentially getting to the point where it's like, yeah, you have to take care of your parent, right?
Right.
You gotta like bathe them and like wipe their ass or something.
shit,
It's
yeah.
not,
All right,
it's
what's the
not pleasant, but
It's the typical question I ask. My thing
the
about
desert
that,
island.
My thing about that question is, if I go with my significant other, we're gonna have children, and I'm raising children.
That's true.
Away from society for 20 years,
Wow.
and then we go back. All they know is
They're gonna
island
be
life.
weird.
Yeah.
All they know is island life. And then with that being in,
I didn't even think about that part of
yeah,
it.
but also with that too, if anybody passes away, you have no idea of knowing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
when you
it's
go back
true.
to civilization 20 years later, you found out your mom's passed, all that
Man.
shit. That's why it's like, I'd rather be on the island with my mom's.
Right.
Just so, like, if she does happen to see that day, I'm there, and I don't, it's going to hurt to see.
But then you take
like,
that away from your siblings too.
That too, yeah. That's very true. That's very true. I never thought about it on that side.
Fuck, man. Man, you
That's
just,
a deep ass
bro,
question.
that's-
bro.
the ethics,
It
bro.
is. See?
I'd say personally too. It's like the thing about like me and my mom is like we can get along for a long time because we're so similar, you
Right.
know. And it's like this is something kind of crazy. I feel like I don't really talk about it enough, but like my grandpa died when I was in utero, bro. Like 3 months before I was born type shit.
That's crazy.
And so my mom has a super, my brothers and my brother and my sister, they give me shit. They're like, oh, your mama's a little birdie, you're a mama's boy. But it's like, nah, me and my mom got that like
connection,
unbreakable bond right there too. And it's so, out of everybody in this world, it's like my mom is the only person who really thinks exactly the same way, who really reacts the same way, who's on the same level of like heightened emotion as me too. And my mom's had all kinds of crazy, like, she's told me all kinds of crazy stories about like spiritual experience she's had, it like kind of like supernatural experiences she's had, and it's like she's tapped into some shit the same way I am, so it's like if I'm stuck with one person, and it's like, it would probably have to be, because again, especially I'm not going on, the past few years I haven't had too much luck with the ladies, it's always been a bunch of nonsense, so it's like,
But I feel you in the sense that your family in a lot of ways just gets things about you that other people just couldn't, or like it could be very difficult for them to
and if it's that kind of situation, it's like, if it's some chick I'm dating, I might, we might get like just totally butt heads in a way that's just unproductive. It's like me and my mom, I'm not gonna I know to not fight her on certain things, you know what I mean, like we know each other, take the L if she's gonna nag me on something, but at the same time it's like I mean, to me that's kind of an obvious one, especially because I don't got nobody in my life like that right now, so but yeah.
I also think it's a relationship dynamic thing, and no comments about any form of relationship that anybody has, but
it depends on whether or not you're currently in a relationship or not.
That's a big part of it.
But it also depends if you have a good relationship with your mother too, because a lot of people will just instantly choose a stranger. I choose my mom. Like, sorry, babe.
Sorry, Keanu.
Sorry, but let me tell you, this is the person who literally is the reason why I'm into music, because my mom's a singer, my uncle's a drummer, so I grew up around music. Like, I've always just been into it. But she literally is like the rock of my constructive criticism, like everything. Like, my mom only wants to see me do good, like, and as a parent should. So it's like, even if I'm fucking up on the island, I'm like, hey, get on it, you fucking up. Like, you could be doing this instead of that.
You could be cutting coconuts
instead of chillaxing with somebody, not getting shit done, just being cuddly and all that shit. Like,
nigga, you wanted to chill on the beach?
I can honestly say my mom brings the best out of me, like, just like similar to Eli, I resonate with, like, you guys think the same, you guys kind of vibe in the same kind of way, and like me and my mom, we're very different, but we're also very similar, and I feel like she understands me in a way that no one else in this world does, and like I know she knows how to make me successful at whatever. So it's like, I know I can figure things out with my mom, and like if we spent 20 years together,
it's also random. Just want to say too, it's kind of funny how your mom and my mom are friends, and then you and me are friends the way we are. But your mom and my mom are actually really good friends too. So that's hella funny too. Like went to college together and shit.
It's funny how that works.
Can I just add that I think it's mothers in particular that are the builders of society. For example, every young man has the ultimate financial goal of like, oh, I'm going to buy my mom a house, or I'm going to buy her a car, or I'm going to make sure she's, straight, she's secure down the line. But it's like that sort of instinctual nature doesn't always come with like everybody you date. And I mean, if you have children with them, that's like the transition point where it's like now they're the builders of like this community, this thing, and it's like a whole mental shift to me.
Now they're the mothers.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean? Like, so it's a different thing. So I don't know. Not a deciding factor either way.
I actually do have to change my answer now. I would go with my
he got the update. He got the system update. Shout out to Indigo.
I got the system update.
You got the system update.
The Padre realization. Yeah. Congratulations again, my man.
Congratulations,
on everything. You got to do an intro. You feel me?
No.
Her name's not only.
Oh yeah. Kiana, aka she goes by Indigo Queen. You feel me? Yeah. I got a question for y'all though. Besides that one,
let's bring it. Let's bring it again. It's our turn to get interviewed now.
Right. When did you know that you wanted to pursue podcasting or music? Like, what was that turning point in your life to where it's like, you know what, this is what I want to do?
See, those are two totally different ones for me, because music, I've been playing music since I was in 3rd grade. I was in band. You know, I went and joined band. My uncle, he was a DJ like in the 70s, and he was in like a funk band and played a bunch of disco and all this different stuff too. So when I was starting to get into music, my uncle right there, because we used to go camping all the time too, so I got a set of bongos, my brother got a guitar, I got into drums, my brother got into guitar, and my uncle would be right there when we were camping teaching us all this shit, you know, giving us the get down, giving us gear he didn't have, or, you know, hey, I found a little pedal, you know, and like he was always just, you know, around
shit happen
to help us with that, you know. He lived in LA and my family moved up here to Northern California when we were young, but you know, learning band, like joining band and being in band for my whole life through high school. I was in band with Taba here. I think I started rapping in about 8th grade, and I tried to learn bass as well because I was in like a little punk band at the time in 8th grade. So you know, that started real early, you know. And the second I got an iPod too, a little iPod Nano, I was in my own fucking world, bro.
Oh, that
dude.
Nano came clutch.
Yeah, I hardcore have hyperphantasia, man. My imagination just runs too wild, for better or for worse, you know. And so music just really just threw me into another just dimension of thought when it came to that early. So I wanted to get on that. Jimi Hendrix, Mitch Mitchell's as a drummer, one of my favorite drummers of all time still to this day, because I'm because again, my style, I'm influenced by punk, ska. That's the stuff I was really playing when I first started playing drums, because then my big brother too, you know, he got into the shit too. He's even more of a hooligan than me, and so he was playing in bands. I got a question
for you after this.
Yeah. So you know, that's been a whole journey in itself. We're in a rap group when I started out of high school called ADG's Mob, actually, with my homie Mitch the Mac and Jazzy Juice Pouch and all that shit, bro, dude. You know, it was just hooligan shit, you know, freestyles and in the mic, and definitely not getting showed to anybody ever type shit.
Well, we got
I feel
you and him, man.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, not gonna lie. But so that's, you know, the music stuff, it's kind of came and went, you know, because college I wasn't able to work on it nearly as much as I would like to, and it kind of again came and went. You know, we were trying to do like Valley Heights Collective and Helahedron, and we had a bunch of different kind of music projects. We had a space at Sac Rehearsal Studios for a hot minute too, but vocals and drums have been always like where I specialized in. I kind of dropped the bass guitar, like I want to get back into it, and I've been trying to learn piano more lately too. But the vocals and drums are like the two instruments I'm good at, specifically because I was on snare drum in Drumline. So to me, the snare lines are a lot like the rap lines, like the vocal lines. You know, the different,
it carries the rhythm. And shit too,
like
bro.
the different articulations and shit that go on top. It's like the vocal line is the snare line, because the snare line could be going dumb over the fucking main beat, the backbeat of the rest of the drum line, but the snare line has all these intricate rhythms that are just fucking showing off, and that's where I made that connection to me too for the for rap and drumming, you know. That's where the music came in, and then the podcasting stuff. Sorry, definitely when I was in college, I have a bachelor's in history, so
I should have. Bro, I went to college literally for music and history, and one of my buddies that I went to middle school with worked at the college I was going to. He's like, you want to go to history? I know you, bro. You're not going to like this. It's going to be hard, and if you're not trying to be a historian or like teach any form of history, you don't want to do it. And I shouldn't have listened to him, because I'm fascinated with history.
That's what I went to school for, is to be a teacher, you know, because it was like, out of all the jobs in society, it's like, what do I want to do? It's like, oh, I want to be a teacher, you know, and so that was like the main job I could have seen myself doing growing up, you know. These days I kind of feel, you know, kind of 50-50 on it, but during learning about all these different things in college, learning about a lot of history and stuff, and then, you know, with how insane the climate's been politically since the past almost decade, you know. You know, we would always get, again, same thing as you were talking about, get stoned, have crazy conversations. It's a whole podcast in itself. We're talking all night about all kinds of crazy shit. And that was definitely the inception of where we started this, because exactly, we just wanted to, you know, get in on some of this shit, because it's like, yo, we be talking about some really cool stuff, and we want to at least kind of put it out there, you know, because you know, a lot of people don't even think twice about these kind of things, and you know, I think that's just part of it. And then connecting with the community and stuff too. We've already been trying to form different labels, music groups, all kinds of different stuff already in the past. So it's kind of just something good to funnel ourselves through all our efforts through, you know, with the podcasting stuff. You know, we get to hang out with cool musicians like you guys, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I can only really speak for myself, but I feel like it was
Hold up.
go for it.
What's your favorite punk band?
Oh shit, bro, dude! Favorite punk bands? I have to do plural because you know what? If you're gonna make me pick one, Suicidal Tendencies. ST,
Fair
bro,
enough.
bro. As a Mexican skate punk myself, bro. Like I can't help but feel like so connected in every aspect as like a punk rocker, as a skateboarder, as a Californian, as a Mexican kid. Like, you know, like I've watched. I actually met Mike Muir one time. He was taking a piss in the bathroom at a Suicidal Tendencies show, and I met him like briefly. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Everybody in the bathroom was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like just like, you know, just like, "Hey, what's up?" And he was just like, "What's poppin', guys?" And then fucking just walked out, and we were like, "Oh shit."
Don't they got a special bathroom for that, you know, like in the green room or
He
something?
didn't give a fuck, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like,
to
no,
take a
I'm
piss.
pissing with
Down
the
to
common
earth
folk.
type shit.
Man of the people.
But
Right,
yeah,
for real, man of the people.
ST, bro, Suicidal Tendencies. If you want to tell me just one, you know, right off the bat, I'd say that actually. Also love Dead Kennedys, Black Flag, all the classics, you know. Aggrestics actually is another kind of smaller band that I was really into right in the beginning. Casualties as well. Casualties is pretty big, but Aggrestics is kind of a smaller one that really put me on my journey of getting into punk and shit. So yeah.
I really fuck with, like, I do like the classics as far as like Black Flag go.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dead Kennedys, Uber Alice. I like. I
Yep.
like that song.
Yeah, I seen Black Flag and Dead Kennedys live too. So yeah.
But like, some of this shit. There's this band from Sacramento called Trash Talk.
Oh, I love Trash Talk too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trash Talk's fucking sick, bro.
Yeah.
Shouts out to them.
I said it like they're not a known kind of known band, but like they got a song called Sacramento is Dead, and that's like one of my favorite songs that I keep
Bro.
on coming back to.
I remember this motherfucker when he first showed me that shit. Sacramento is dead.
Bro,
Yeah, that shit.
Destroy Boys is from Sac too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
didn't
fucking
know
killer. Yeah,
They're
Destroy
hard.
Boys, they're fucking tight. But yeah, Trash Talk, they got that song Slander, and it was in like a Creature Skateboards like video or whatever too.
That's
And so and it had like a animation too, like an animated music video to it. So yeah, Trash Talk from
You want to
Sac.
talk about skate vids? What's your favorite skate vid?
Oh shit, bro. I grew up on like old, like, so my first board was like a Rob Rosscott, right? It was like a reissue from like the 80s. And so I had a VHS of this it was called Skateboard Gang, and it was just a different ad reel for a bunch of different companies, but it was from like 1987. So you got like a super young Rob Deerdeck on there skating for
shit.
8th Street. You got Santa Cruz, you got Pal Peralta, I said 8th Street already, but fucking Speed Freaks. I love Speed Freaks too, by the way. So a lot of the older shit is really where I like dug into. I do like Flips Extremely Sorry, where there's got like from like 2012-ish. That's a really good one. Destination Unknown by Antihero from like 2015 is really good too.
I like a lot of the Death Wish stuff.
Death Wish is killer. Jim Greco is a goddamn man, bro. I forgot what one it was, but I think they had that song Chase by Giorgio Moroder in the beginning of it, and I forgot what it was, but I got it for free because I bought a Death Wish board, and then I
shit.
got the video with it.
Plug.
So yeah, shit. You be skating like that, bro?
I
or
used to
something?
skate.
Yeah.
I like I was really into like a lot of the Baker stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, Death Wish, but Baker,
Yeah. Andrew Reynolds, fucking
Yeah.
good, the goat.
Chicken Bone. That was
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Rodney versus Day One too. I got that on VHS. I found that at a thrift store in Lake Tahoe, and I got Rodney
That's
versus
crazy.
Day One on VHS. And my fucking brother tried to be like, "That's my Rodney versus Day One from back in the day," and I'm like, "Fuck you! No, it's not. I fucking bought that myself. Don't give me that fucking shit, you fucking liar! Trying to fucking gaslight me like that, bro. No, that's my Rodney versus Day One. Fuck you. Like, that's my thrift store find. Like, but
We're gonna clip this and send it to him.
Dude, I've been trying to get my brother on the show for as long as I've had the show, and he's just a hater. But my brother does live audio engineering at the Crest,
that's
bro.
lit.
So he's like the
Hell
manager,
yeah.
yeah. So when we had the Super Bowl, when the Super Bowl came, we fucking all went, and because they
That
were
shit was
watching it
lit,
inside
yeah.
on the big audio system on the big screen, and so
I think I met your brother fucking when my homie Uncle Pill did the show at the Crest Theater for Channel 5.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and there was a sound engineer there. And I
Yeah,
Wait,
met him,
big
yeah.
old
Wait,
big
Channel
old-
5 as in Andrew Callahan's
Yeah,
channel?
yeah.
Oh shit.
That, hey,
Okay,
that
okay.
shit, bro,
It's interesting, right?
that
I was
shit.
like, oh,
yeah,
When
that
I
was
was on
weird.
stage and
Yeah,
I was
that's-
looking at
that's
that
crazy,
fucking
huh?
shit sold the fuck out. I mean, every seat had an ass in it, bro. I was like, Young Got Mob's gonna be here pretty fucking soon, because I've never known the Crest Theater to do hip hop shit in general.
Right.
So like that was just a big up for Sacramento, and then not only that for necessarily Young Got Mob in a sense,
I hope Andrew
because
Callahan didn't beg to get that performance like he doing. Nah, I'm not going to go there.
don't do that.
Yeah. Oh.
Shouts out to that man in his recovery right now, because he's
Yeah,
I believe he's
recovery.
going through some
Recovery
Demons.
from having his entire content network
Yeah.
magic
Yeah,
carpeted out
or-
from
yeah,
under
that's
him.
the whole thing.
yeah,
But-
yeah.
But yeah, man, big kind of bigger Mexican dude, bro. Wears a backwards hat a lot. Yep. That's my
Well,
brother. Yep,
Mexican dude.
Big Surge. So they
Yeah.
call him Big Surge.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Pill. Oh my
Nah,
god,
nah.
Mexican. Big ass Mexican.
Yeah. What about you, Bobby? You said they were saying what decided getting into music and getting into podcasting.
Shoot, well, with music, I was okay. Well, I should preface by saying, growing up, I was always a kid that people more or less like knew of. I didn't have a problem talking to anybody, but I was never particularly in one group other than these fools.
Facts.
You know, our little ragtag group of everybody knows you, but nobody wants to hang out with you.
Type shit. I feel
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But no, we made
Yeah,
our
one of
name,
those.
and I think I started, producing music as a way to bridge the gap and like connect with people over something that was a little more intrinsically valuable, or something that people could universally communicate over. So my older brothers, Michael, Dave, and I have a second brother, Michael. Weird story. Anyway, so my three older brothers are all music producers as well, and we've all gotten into it over the course of time, completely separately from each other at different points in our lives. And so I think at some level there's something that was driving me to it that's just in my genetics.
Facts.
But at a second level, yeah, that need to connect with people on that level that is timeless in a way. But as far as the ZUDECAST goes, shit, I don't know. That's a tough one. It's like a competence thing or like a validation thing. You're like, oh yeah, we're funny. Like we know what we're
Type
talking
thing.
about. Like,
Right,
and it's not
yeah.
until you put the content out there and people start to like react and respond to where you get that like a reality and the feedback check. So I'm like, I don't know. I felt like I've had like some sort of like a learning disability or something going, like growing up. So it's always been a struggle for as much context and information as I can find on something. And so, yeah, being able to do the ZUDECAST was a good outlet for me to actually channel all those things into something productive. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I think you said too. It's like all the Zudes are definitely on the spectrum.
Oh God, I'm so fucking autistic. It hurts, bro. Like,
Ask
not
about
trying
the
to
young
be
guys.
couldn't
I'll tell you later.
like just keeping it 300. Like
Hey, fuck on the spectrum when it comes to young guys. We got a whole bunch of motherfucking addicts of every type. No disrespect to the gang, bro. I love y'all so much, but y'all got some vices y'all need to fucking handle. I do too, but goddamn.
bro, yeah, it's
me
been.
too,
And I have to. One of my things I kind of try to overcome, I guess, with the ZUDECAST is like as from we went to school in suburbia and stuff. Again, I'm like this skate punk fucking kid who believes conspiracies and
Type
is
shit.
on some fucking weird mystical fucking artsy shit in
You should have been
suburbia.
hanging out with us. The fuck?
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. It's just like I spent so much time being around people that weren't like me. It's like now I'm around people that are like me, and it's I have to kind of counteract these feelings of like nobody likes you. It's like, bro, chill the fuck out. It's like you're just doing your thing, and other people are doing their thing, and as long as you respect each other, bro, everything's chill. Nobody got a reason to fucking you don't need to think like that no
I'm still
more.
trying to
Can I-
figure out which enjoy type I'm trying to bring up, because I was trying to bring up a part, but no, I don't remember.
Yeah. Can I just add that there's a quote I keep coming back to, but that's never attribute to malevolence what could instead be attributed to ignorance. So it's like most people probably don't hate you. They just don't fucking know or don't care. And it's like, if you can give people a reason to pay attention and care, then more often than not, they're going to reciprocate.
Yep.
And that's all cool. I mean, obviously haters still exist, and they always will, but
Haters gonna.
And that resonates so much because you literally see it. Everybody who's out in the scene now, they have a story that they're also pitching with their shit, rather it be they're doing podcasts, they're a videographer, they're a photographer, they're a musician. It all comes with a story. It's all a package deal.
Because it's all a journey. It takes a journey to even become a creator. You have like to even decide like, I'm gonna start a podcast, I'm gonna become a rapper, I'm gonna become a musician. Like, you have to have just an inciting incident. They say like one of the first parts of a spiritual awakening is deciding, I'm fucking sick of everything. Like, I'm sick of fucking everything being the way it is, and I need to break the cycle. It's just like, ping, I'm the one who needs to come in and change things. And so that's why that's part of why we love having guests on the ZUDECAST too. So we want to hear your story.
Shit, what y'all trying to do next month? Let's do this again.
Shit, no, dude. I know, dude. We love, dude. Again, like I said, dude, the fact that y'all are some other musicians, content creators, bro, like, really appreciate y'all coming on too.
I appreciate you having us.
Hold on. Let's bring her around town though, because normally we'd cap it off right now, but I feel like we're just barely getting into some shit right now, bro. Like, normally we'd cap it off right now, but let me just ask y'all real quick, bro. Y'all ever seen any fucking ghosts?
Yes, I've actually had spiritual encounters. In my life, I've lived next to a lot of graveyards in not so good areas. Wow. So, yes, spirits are real for anybody who's out there doubting them. And I can just clarify this, for me being a kid, not knowing anything about spirits at all, not thinking or worrying about that, to be attacked by one, oh yeah, they're fucking real. Literally been attacked by a spirit, bro. Shit's not cool.
Tell us about it.
What's the sitch?
Pretty much, I lived off of Sampson Boulevard and 47th, and right behind my apartments there's a street called Morning Star, and there's just a lot of gang activity there, but then right next to that was a graveyard. And in the apartments I lived in, there was a few people who drowned in a pool, but they just cemented over and made it a basketball court.
Wow.
And then, not only that, there's a creek behind our apartments.
That sounds like an urban legend.
Yeah, for real. And then behind the apartments, there's a creek that linked the school I went to, my apartments, and a Catholic school. And in that creek, there was a lot of gang activity, rather people dumping bodies there or just people, thugging it out over there. So it's just a lot of negative energy. So I remember I was 6. I was going to my room and windows closed, everything. No type of light in the room. And all of a sudden, I just see 3 claw marks just come at me. I instantly get spooked the fuck out, go to my mom's, and she's instantly comforting because literally the night before she seen a shadow run past her room, but we were all asleep, me and my sister. So it's like, I don't know. And then like literally after that, after I kind of like was like, Mom, I don't feel safe. After that incident, we had other things happen in the apartment, like home invasions type shit, people getting killed. So it's like, yo, we just got to get the fuck out of this area. But then that shit followed, dude. Like, I was having nightmares for a while, and like now I don't, not to be on some scary deep shit, but I don't dream. I don't have dreams.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I suffer from the same thing, actually, because of
that traumatic shit.
Yeah,
extensive amount of trauma at a young age. It definitely fucks with you. So I just literally go to sleep, wake up.
Yeah, not trauma dumping, because my cousin can fucking vouch for this. All right, so outside of my brother's funeral, it's not funny, but motherfucking just over the course of events, I keep on bringing up sad shit. I apologize. But like outside of my brother's funeral, me and my cousin Dejon, we're like just sitting there talking, and we see like somebody that looks like my brother, like dead on my brother, driving in the car. And we just start running towards the car, and we're like, wait, hold up.
That's crazy.
And he was like, no, that's not him, because he in that. Yeah. Right. But it's like, that's some shit.
That's tough.
And he was there. He can reiterate the story, tell the same thing. We were both there. And I was like, what the fuck?
The scary part about it too is when you have that encounter, you don't know if the spirit is negative or positive.
Right.
Because like I felt positive spirits around me too, like, oh, somebody's watching over me. But then for the most part, since I've been in negative areas, like, oh, I can feel it. Like when I walk in a neighborhood, like even when I crossed the border to Vegas, instantly I felt that fucking evil. Like me and him, we have this conversation so many times because we felt the same way. I felt this weight of just spiritually negative shit.
Like something bad happening here.
Yeah, and then the second I crossed that California borderline, like that whole pressure just lifted. And I don't think it had nothing to do with elevation or anything. Like it was literally all spiritual. So like anybody out there, oh, spirits aren't real, that's all in your imagination. No, bro. There are frequencies that can literally contact spirits.
I didn't even believe in none of that shit. I was like 18. I get down there, I'm like, I feel like something's bad happening here. As soon as like the plane landed, I'm like, something fucked up happening here.
Sure enough, man. That shit's real.
Bro.
People don't play with spirits, don't play with fucking entities, man. Like that shit is real. You gonna bring some type of shit on you that you don't want.
Interesting, kind of a tangent, and I'll try to keep it short, but there's this thing called the gateway process where the government was researching, you know, how to expand into like mental extra dimensions or things of that sort, but they have this, you know, this specific sound loop that they would play to sort of entrain your brain and get you to that level of that like brainwave level, for example, of being in a deep lucid dream or astral projecting, for example. But it was later found out that these were just like recreations of somebody else's brain waves, and your brain was literally being retrained with the waves that somebody else had thought entirely. So could potentially be some sort of like hypnosis, but it's crazy. Yeah, like the things that people are susceptible to and can observe are, I think, far beyond the limitations of what can be readily explained.
And again, we were just talking to our buddy Sam, who came on a couple of weeks too. Sam Phelps, whatever you want to call him. But we were talking about how just like with music, it's like frequency. Everything's a vibration, and vibes has become such a cliche term. It's a vibe, but like, but it's like literally everything is a vibration. If you do not feel comfortable in a situation, it's because you're vibrating at a different frequency or a different currency.
And that's not mumbo jumbo. It's scientifically called cymatics for anyone who wants to look it up.
I listen to currency.
I read an article recently about that.
Frequency, not currency. LMAO. I'm dead.
I read an article about that though that basically says like it's actually physically possible. Scientists have proven that it's physically possible for you to be on the same wavelength as someone, like mentally. Like you can be on the same, like, you know, stream of thinking as another individual, which I think is really interesting.
A quick example, I knew my grandfather was going to pass away while I was living halfway across the country because I saw it in a dream, and I woke up the next day to a phone call, and I already knew what was happening. It wasn't surprising to me for some reason. So
that's evidence of the spiritual, if anything else. You know?
I didn't had no fucking clue. But just all of a sudden,
That shit's wild, man.
Got any crazy paranormal experiences you want to share with the party?
Just that one. Yeah, just that one.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Well, let me hit you with one too. What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
All right, so I don't like saying conspiracy theories because I feel like a lot of conspiracy theories that I subscribe to are real, and like the government doesn't want us to say that shit out loud.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Real conspiracy fact as opposed to conspiracy theory, right?
I got a gang of conspiracy theories that I believe in, but I'm like, I shouldn't be saying shit like that out loud because I'm
you don't want them to come after you. You don't want them to, be like, hey.
I'm like, yo, you can say that shit, but like, you're not going to go anywhere.
Well, I believe there's lizard people on the backside of the moon, so.
I agree with that, but halfway. I don't think the dark side of the moon. I think they're already here underground type shit.
Like, you're one of the like Hollow Earth, they were always here type.
Yeah, always here, bro. Because it's just like there's certain shit that I've seen some sus shit from not even celebrities, just people. I'm like, that was not a human like
that don't look right.
Action. Like there's a glitch in the system or something. Like you bugging out,
bro.
Mark Zuckerberg drinking water. Bro. He's definitely lizard person material.
Bro, not only that, him obsessing over fucking brisket. Like that shit was just like programmed. Yeah, the smoked meat shit. I was like, that's so programmed, bro. Like nobody's just gonna sit there and repeat the word smoked meats more than
he's just fucking weird.
Dude,
And then he has the
would-
codes in his fucking jacket, the fucking spell and shit. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. Mark Zuckerberg walks around with a jacket with fucking spells on the inside of it.
Ooh, homie's
you-
on some esoteric
Caucasian?
shit, bro.
A little bit. I got some Irish and English in me. Yeah.
I was about to say same difference. But
You're fucking right.
I'm
Tell me.
fucking around. But I was about to say that's just what weird white people do, man.
Nah, bro.
Well,
No.
Hey, he's
on
rich.
some-
Hey, he's rich though, and he's like one of the richest motherfuckers out there. So he's definitely on some occult shit because that's what the
He said it was
motherfuckers
for
are up to.
protection.
That's what it's all
Yep.
about.
Yeah.
He said it was a
Exactly.
protection.
I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
weird.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like these motherfuckers right here, bro. These are both right here for fucking spiritual protection from motherfuckers that wish me harm, bro, on their psychological level, bro.
Is that a weed nug?
It is a weed nug. But you know who gave me the weed nug? Is the fucking
Willie Nelson.
Aramingo upstairs, bro. This is from one of my best friends. You feel me?
Jesus
And he
Christ.
gave me that when I first moved in with him. Yeah, Aramingo upstairs. Jesus Christ. No, our buddy, our roommate Chris. And then this is Lord Shiva the Destroyer. So come try and
Yeah.
fuck with me. You feel me? Like type shit.
Yeah.
You know. But
The crazy
that
part about this is like he was probably just giving his roommate some weed to smoke, and he's like, "Yeah, nice." I'm putting on a necklace.
he
He's
actually.
like,
It's
I gave
a,
you that to roll up, but like, you can do that.
You can keep it on.
He's like, yo, man, I heard you like weed, so I bought you this weed necklace, and you're like, thank you, bro. This is a spiritual side. I'm gonna keep going, no matter what.
Nah, but that shit, no, for real, on the occult shit, bro. Because again, it's like you're a rich motherfucker. You know, other weird rich motherfuckers are into that shit. So, yeah, that shit's definitely all the occult, like up in the upper levels of society and whatnot. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't believe in that." It's like, well, just because you don't believe in it
Right.
doesn't mean somebody else doesn't believe in it. And the
Oprah,
power.
we know what you doing.
Woo!
Oprah, we know what you doing.
All right, so I'll say, all right, so like, I'm not gonna say it all the way. All right, so like,
I love it.
they've already put things in place to make the evil things that they're doing okay.
Facts.
And when it comes out that they're doing it, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Too late.
Karmic
Goddamn,
retribution.
bro.
It's over. Mind your fucking business is the whole thing.
Protect
That's the
yourself,
problem.
bro.
Protect
honestly.
yourself
Yeah.
and mind
Protect
your
yourself.
fucking business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your
Protect yourself.
discernment at hand because
They already doing it. They're getting away with it. You can't stop it.
They've
And
been doing it.
you sticking your nose in it is making it worse and
Yeah.
progressing their plan.
What?
So
What
it's like,
they just gonna halt your success, nigga. Mind your fucking business. That's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead, let me get on. I ain't gonna say nothing.
right.
Hey, bro, and again, too, I just want to say, too, the power of the individual versus the power of the collective, too. If you choose to join to be the, part of the, and I mean the collective in a super meta sense, you know, like if you choose to join the crowd, you know, a lot of people I feel like have chose to join a crowd and instead relinquish their power as an individual. But it's like you as a single person can make a huge difference and have a big impact. And a lot of people have chosen to relinquish that power because they can say, what can I do? It doesn't matter. It's like you can live yourself to the best of your
Yep.
abilities, and you can make yourself the best you can, and you can do what you want to do with this one life you got.
AKA Young Got Mob.
Oh!
Literally.
My whole thing is, all right. So moral quandary, like give up on art or like join the Illuminati or something similar. Give
that
up
a
on art
question you're asking?
entirely. No, give up on either or. Give up on art entirely or join the Illuminati or something similar.
I'm giving up on art because why the fuck would I do that?
Nigga,
You know, you have to sacrifice somebody to get in, right? And it's somebody you usually care about.
they ain't about to let you leave with the secret either.
I know nothing.
yeah.
I
You better
think
Men in Black pin me.
I think I would rather
Keep my sovereignty.
I don't ever intend to get to that point, to be honest. Like I don't ever want to be that famous, and like I think
Man,
even too like doing
that's
YouTube
scary.
stuff, we've kind of had that conversation where it's like, oh, do we want to get like YouTube famous? I'm like, no, I just want to be successful in a general sense of in a creative sphere. I'm like, I don't need to be Illuminati level famous. I don't need to be a world sensation.
Right.
I was like, I just need to be good at what I do and be spiritually satisfied with the work I've done. And if I get to that point where motherfuckers start getting weird. And again, too, my comic book, you know, my art, I'm into a lot of spiritual shit, esoteric kind of stuff, and I've encountered some weirdos, you know, where, you know, I don't ever want to get to the point where they're trying to spiritually compromise me, you know, and corrupt me on that level. Fuck that.
The war we are in right now is a spiritual warfare, bro. Everybody's spirits are at a bobble, and it's like anybody can spiritually be influenced by anything they see on social media, and it's crazy. You have to know within yourself what's right to spiritually follow and what's wrong to yourself and your beliefs.
Dude, it's like
not what somebody's telling you on Instagram.
Oh, beliefs.
It's like an anime level thing where you're like, no, friendship will always win. I must do the right
type shit.
Like,
do
the right thing. Like you have that moment to give in to the voice where it's like you have a choice. Can I either fucking do the thing that is gonna, like, you know, end up being the bad decision, or can I do the thing that is fucking difficult as fuck but is ultimately gonna pay off and like make me a bigger and stronger person.
Right.
So, yeah. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, I think for me on that, like, I am art, so it's impossible for me not to do art if I'm alive. And so for me, I might not express outwardly my artwork in the way that, you know, you ask the question, but I will always be
doing art.
You know, like, and even when I'm not on this earth,
you would turn it into a private thing.
Yeah, even when I'm not on this earth, even when my physical body is gone, I am art. The history of who I am is something that is, you know, you look at it and there's emotion to it. So it's like, for me, the powers that be, all these things, it's not greater than the divine. It's not greater than God. It's not greater than the Most High. It's not greater than what created life. You know what I'm saying? All these things are anti-life. And so I would always go back. That's why I said I'm going to keep my sovereignty. I'm going to keep who I am. I'm going to look at my soul. You know, that's what it is. Like, you can't sell your soul for, like, these worldly things. And that's what these people are doing, you know, in these high and low places. You know what I'm saying?
Deceiving themselves.
But I'm keeping my sovereignty. I'm going to be who I am. And even if that means that my existence on this physical plane is diminished in some way, we are consciousness, and consciousness doesn't end after
my answer
this experience
would be
on the physical. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm gonna stay who I am. You know, I have to.
My answer would be disappear. Cause I'm like, all right. So the Illuminati being real is just like a moral quandary,
right?
On so many levels, but like their existence and them being able to work, which means everything is real. I'm automatically like going to church.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like, so like y'all fighting against God, I'm getting with God.
Right.
Like if you like that nigga there, all right, I'm rocking with him then.
Who's against me if I'm for that? You know.
Not only that, bro. It's just some people are coming out about the type of initiations they have to go through just to get into some of this shit. Like, bro, no disrespect to anybody's kinks, or I'm not kink shaming.
Shout out to P Diddy.
A lot of that shit. Thank you. That's who I was about to speak on. You's a nasty nigga. You's a nasty nigga.
God.
You use a kinky nasty mother. You's a nasty boy.
Wait, so what's the deal with P Diddy, bro?
We're not going into that.
Sexual. You know, you got to do some sexual shit to get on,
bro,
type shit.
I don't know why you say P Diddy. I know who the fuck P Diddy is. But my brain was like, Pete Davidson. Fucking. Sorry.
But nah, yeah,
we ain't Ariana Grande.
There's a lot of things that people do that's like incriminating. Well, like the one of the initiations that I heard, like the public shame a lot of these artists wearing these weird ass outfits and these absurd ass outfits to Grammy shows. That is their essential initiation into the Illuminati, air quotes,
bro.
It's like dehumanization, like with the Lady Gaga meat dress type thing.
Yep,
it's like almost trypophobia level type stuff.
And it's the thing is too, it's all like whether you believe it or not, it's all like whether you believe it's like a actual magical thing or just like a psychological thing. It's like if they make you do a thing, you're gonna be in a different mental process after you did that thing for them to get into their whatever level of echelon it is. And bro, it's just a trip that we're talking about this too, because we just did our MK Ultra episode last week, bro. Dude, that shit was fucking wild. But I was also thinking, because we were talking about like, oh, what are MK Ultra like movies and shit, but we forgot to bring it up. But that movie Zoolander. You ever seen that movie, bro?
Yeah.
Where it's like homie's on the last leg of his career as a celebrity, so they're gonna MK Ultra him, get him to do some crazy shit, so they could just dump him out at the end. And it's just like, bro, for real, how many celebrities have to go through a bunch of crazy stuff in order to keep their status?
Facts.
Or they think they're keeping their status, but it's gonna end up being a part of something else that's gonna influences the mind of everybody else, like long term. I don't know.
Gotta be
Shit's
wary of
crazy
the,
to really think about.
Man,
the industry
Sheesh.
plants. And,
I really like
Man.
these Yeezys.
Too many industry plants, bro. There's way too many industry plants, and it's like, especially when it comes to this music shit, because it's like, I feel like they are like, I mean, it's obvious this is what they're doing, but they're trying to dumb down
doing it.
society, and it's like
Doing it, nigga.
they didn't like the conscious hip hop to where it's like, okay, the people are thinking and they understand that the government is fucked up and their situation is fucked up and they want to change it.
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't like that. Y'all stay in this fucking struggle.
That's why they
We
want to
don't
kill
keep
off our
dumping it.
leaders, you know?
Thank
Whenever
you.
we're talking about some real shit, that's
Thank
what
you.
they off.
Yeah,
And
niggas
they, you
better
know-
stop talking about that real shit. They gonna kill us.
But
They either
that's,
off you or they
that's
not.
what they want though. That's literally the
real talk.
position we got forced into. I'm not saying
Yeah.
we as like white people, but like as musicians, it's like when you're speaking that real shit, it's like, all right, we're gonna give you. It's like giving a dog an electric collar, and you got a barrier set up on your whole house, and you don't have a leash on the dog. It's like, I'm gonna let you do this, but the second you cross that line, you're gonna feel that pain, and it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. That's why I always, give my props and the flowers to the underground artists who stay true to themselves and don't sell out for content. Like, they stay true to who the fuck they are.
That's a tough one to
Bro.
do. And hey, more power to you if you can find the happy medium where the content that you're creating is exactly the kind of thing that you want to do, because that's, I don't know. That's a fucking struggle right there. It's like, not everything that you want to do is going to be engageable, and it's just the fact of the matter. It's a tough reality of content
Took me
creation.
9 years to learn that one.
Dude.
9.
Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, so we are almost at 2.5 hours.
That's
with
crazy.
this
Yeah, only
music,
felt like
bro.
an hour 30.
What a fucking dude. That's a chonker right there, bro. Dude, again, appreciate y'all for coming on, bro.
Hell yeah.
Let's hit whatever chats we haven't gotten
Oh,
to
yeah,
yet
let's see,
right
let's
quick,
see.
bro.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up, bro. Oh man.
Oh, Alberto has shouts out
Let's
to
see.
him, man.
Nah,
Shout
Roll
out
of
to
Trump.
Roberto.
I forgot what we even read already. There was rapping. Next project is called Day Was Rapping. Day was rapping.
yo.
That's pretty cool, bro. That's a pretty
That's
good
an
one.
inside joke between me
Oh,
and the
yeah.
homies because the one of the OGs from Sacramento, First Degree the DE, he dropped a documentary, right?
Oh yeah.
About Sacramento hip hop. And there's the scene where he was like, "They was rapping," and we fucking clipped that shit. So it's
That's fire.
Hey, Shiloh's down with the trauma dumping. I fuck with that.
Oh, Shiloh's a real one again. Hell yeah,
fuck
they
is
was
this?
dumping. Oh yeah.
Shyla.
Oh, Shiloh's my homegirl. Yeah, Shiloh up there at the top.
Shouts out to you.
Yeah, Alberto said we gotta shoot that music video off that.
He's either talking to me or
Oh,
you wanted it to.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Motherfucker said, "Oh wait, what's going on with? Oh, computer went down." Yeah.
go. We're back.
Malibu Barbie says.
Just 20 years.
All right. Shit, Met Gala's just Comic Con for celebrities, bro. Pretty much, honestly,
Facts.
bro.
Pretty much, yeah.
honestly.
Facts.
All right. But yeah, man. Thanks again for coming on, y'all, bro. Tell us where we can find you guys at.
Like I said at the beginning of the chat, group stuff, Young God Mob, at Young God Mob. And then we have the 9-5 page at 9-5. You can find me, specifically all my stuff, at XCVI or die, or just hashtag XCVI. And yeah, all my shit will pop up.
Yo, my name is Free Willie. You can find me at Free Willie 95 on everything. FREEWILLIE 95. Don't spell it out,
Bow bow.
motherfucker.
All right, bro. Thanks again for coming on, y'all. This has been a
Okay.
fucking heater of an episode
Hell yeah,
for
man.
all
Yeah.
you, bro. Thanks again. We're going to get it popping again soon.
We about to go smoke. Fuck you, mean.
Yes,
Smoking
indeed. I am
with
so
X.
down for fucking...
Smoking with X.
Yeah, we're not
Smoking
done,
with X.
but you guys are done. So
Right,
sorry,
yeah.
goodbye.
Au revoir. Later, Gators. What is up, my dudes?